about, and then we'll do Christian a little bit just to tease that for your John Cena.
Christian.
Well, we talked about it. You see, this is where I think where you and I are legit brothers, because you and I watched that promo and you said, "Hey, man," and I was like, "I know what you're thinking. I hope it's. I know that's not who I think it is." Like, but like in like you and I are doing mind, like reading each other's minds. I'm like, Professor X. And I was like, you said it, and I was like, is it because like John Cena's holding back? Like he's not hitting the nos bud, is what I tweeted from at the BVD Pod on Twitter. And you're like, yes. And what made you realize that from your perspective?
Word to our brother, Ephraim, Black Announce Table. I got 2 eyes, 2 ears, and a frontal lobe that's fully developed. When you watch anything as long as we have, and me longer, just because of age, you just see things ahead of time. Like as you get older in life, you start seeing things ahead of time, so to speak. It's like have a psychic ability, so to speak, if you have common sense. Because the whole point was, I'm looking at the promo. First of all, if you know you about to cut the promo of a lifetime, you don't have a commercial break. They let Cena and Reigns cut that promo. What was that, 2017, when Kurt Angle was in the ring?
Yeah, I rewatched it. I'll get my thoughts about that after. But yeah, but that was also them trying to drag out for a huge rating, which was smart. They're like, John Cena's going to come out first. Roman Reigns is going to come out again. Since he's the Undertaker now, he has to have a long ass entrance. Again, he's more of like the American Badass Undertaker than a lot of people think right now. This version of Roman Reigns, like he's doing the but with the long entrance. But he's doing the whole like, I'll make you famous. You can't hang with me. I'm gonna teach you a lesson, kid, type of shit. But he's doing it the Roman Reigns way, which is AKA better.
Yeah. So you're absolutely right, because you got to have a commercial break. So then this person on the timeline could say what's about to happen. Oh, he about to bar him up. Then Roman Reigns is about to bar Cena, or vice versa, whatever side of the fence you're on with this whole program. And then also it's to tell a friend. And then also with WWE, we got to get this marketing money as well, because yes, we have the TV money, but kids, I'm here to tell you, nothing beats ads. Nothing beats getting marketing dollars from Coca-Cola, so to speak. So you got to have
pays the show.
The bills.
That's how you get money. And you can only draw so much from the gate without hiking ticket prices all the way up.
Exactly. I think people don't have. Go ahead, and then I'll start getting into the whole. I'll start going into the whole cash talk and how this works.
Yeah, but it was just a smart thing for them to do that. And again, build anticipation. Like everyone, if you haven't missed it yet, because we just came back from commercial and Roman Reigns is finally in the ring. John Cena just got the shit started. Roman Reigns came down, and it's like after the break, face to face. It's like, again, social media back in the day. It's the whole like, call your friends, tell them to turn on the TV. Damn it.
Absolutely.
So everyone, so like they were generating buzz to like this. For the next 10 minutes, this is going to dominate the program. Nothing else.
Mm-hmm. And that's the whole point of it, because if I'm not mistaken, uncut without the commercial on YouTube right now, even though WWE might take it down, somebody has it at approximately 11 minutes and 26 seconds or 36 seconds, somewhere around there. What's the segment was?
I think the one yesterday or the one from 2017?
No, I'm talking about the one yesterday. We'll get to the one in 2017.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it correlates to what people said to me personally yesterday and my idea of what it's not going to be, and can't even compare to what it was in 2017. But so me and Davis had this conversation. I was editing at the moment, but I'm still like listening to the promo as well.
Tuned in, yeah.
Because I can do multitasking very well. So I was looking at it and I'm just like, all right, so you got Cena. You supposed to, if you really, it's not the whole point of burying this person, obviously you can't bury the money. This ain't a mafia movie. Roman Reigns is the money when it comes to pro wrestling as a whole. Second is Bianca Belair. But we'll get to that eventually with Bianca Belair. But right now, those are the two money makers for pro wrestling in general. So with Roman Reigns, you got to have a build up as to what is to come next week at SummerSlam. Cena comes into the ring, and I'm just like, I think I text you immediately because I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. Just off of 2 bars. I'm speaking.
Well, I had told you like I had said you something like basically it's about to go down. Like get the body bag ready. Like, you know, we all know what happened last time.
Absolutely. But then I was like, I was about to respond, but see, everything is in good timing. I was about to respond, and then I was just like, nah, let me see something real quick because his body language told me everything. When Cena breaks the 4th wall, usually that's when the punchline is happening. He broke the 4th wall throughout that whole promo damn near. But if you've seen Cena promos as much as we have, he breaks the 4th wall when that punchline is coming. So it's the build up. It's the build up. Okay, now let me turn to the camera, deliver the punchline that I want into the camera so you can understand where I'm coming from. During this promo, it was kind of like he was using the alphabet. All right, for all the rap fans out there, K Solo said, I'm old. K Solo said he used the alphabet rap. But in fact, DMX made it when he was in jail. Both of them were incarcerated at the same time. RIP to the dog. Anybody that's listening to old heads understand that it was X. It's on beef too, if I'm not mistaken. So he used something in the sense, for the younger people, Cody Rhodes and all them, or not Cody Rhodes, I'm sorry, fuck him. Cody Dre.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, he go fuck himself. I want your wife though, Cody Rhodes. So for Cody Dre, he'll understand this. Probably him and Eve because they from New York. Papoose used something called the alphabet rap. So that's something that Cena did as well yesterday. I don't remember verbatim what he said. Maybe you remember it more. But when he started doing that, I said, oh, okay. I see where we're going.
Yeah.
This is the easy segment.
Yeah. My whole thing was he just kept saying, like, Roman, I don't need to say anything else, which is like, oh, you're not going full force. Again, like, you're easing up on the gas pedal. Like, because 2017, you watch 2017, it's nonstop. Like, he is going and going and going, and it's different stuff. And you can see that version of Roman Reigns, you know, not confident on the mic, and it shows when he's like, you just shut up a minute, and then John Cena's like, come on, kid, you gotta learn how to cut a promo. It's, you know, been 5 years already. Like, Roman Reigns wasn't ready then. But also, again, obviously this stuff is scripted, but I think they might have practiced this with the exception of a few lines. But even then, just Roman Reigns' reaction was nothing that was genuinely shocked. But also maybe he's a better actor in terms of expression than he was 3-4 years ago. I mean, I know it's 2017, but I mean, over the last 2 years, he's kind of improved in certain aspects of promo selling, and not just the talking part, but like how you react with your demeanor and all that. Because the whole time he's just stone face. He does like the little smirk when the Dean Ambrose mark, which again, I agree, it's false. It's 100% false, but it's just a cheap pop. It's a good reaction to say. Again, there's some truth in terms of Dean Ambrose stuff because he was never going to get to that top spot that Roman Reigns was at. It's not it's not really tied to Roman Reigns. It's Vince McMahon's fixation on just Roman Reigns and not anyone else at that top spot.
Well, it's that.
But John Cena against Roman Reigns in 2017 is a guy who legit is like out for blood to maybe toughen this guy up.
Yeah.
And this is like he's not really fucking up the money, but I also think so too, because if they had told John Cena, like, would they, like how you and I agreed that like in 2012, Vince McMahon probably went to John Cena and was like, sweep the leg, like take this motherfucker out. Like, yeah, again, the famous promo, right? With like the nice tattoo, The Rock has a genuine reaction. Like, okay, now you went to like, I don't think he expected that, or maybe he's a hell of an actor more than.
Nah, I think he didn't expect it.
I think it's a little bit of.
He got too
that's
close.
what I mean. because that's when you see Roman Reigns react to Dean Ambrose, it seems rehearsed, like But then the CM Punk thing kind of seemed like, I mean, it's an interesting. I'd like to really know the breakdown of that more than the one in 2017, because the one in 2017 legit seemed freestyle, like they probably were reaching to come in and say something, but then John Cena was like legit, like, I'm still here because you can't do your job, like that shit. And what Roman Reigns is saying back then that doesn't hold merit. What Roman Reigns can say now holds a merit, because this version of Roman Reigns is really the star that we all know should have been happening the last decade. So that's where it's like, it's Cena had bars, but it's still a split decision, because Roman Reigns didn't embarrass himself by talking, because he could have had, he almost when he was speaking on the mic, I'm like, oh no, this guy still seems like he can't go up against like top people. Like, it's easy to go up against the mic with, Cesaro and Daniel Bryan, who's again a really good promo, but it's not John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fascinating breakdown. It's really Vin Diesel, Dwayne Johnson type shit, Fast and Furious shit.
Right, because it's just like, this is more so in a promo, it's a give and take. You know what I mean? If you heel, you're a baby face, it's a give and take as to who is leading this program overall as the lead, but more so it's the heel that's supposed to try to get over the baby face for the program. So with this promo that we watched yesterday, it was more so, like you said, it was definitely scripted. The one in 2017, that's brilliant. That's just because you can't write for John Cena. That's one of the
well, and it's a massacre. Like really like throw the damn towel. It was the one thing that when this feud started, it was like, oh shit, Roman Reigns is gonna have like shell shock, PTSD from 4 years ago. Like, I remember the last time this guy and I went on the mic, and John Cena sounded like, yeah, Roman, you're gonna beat my ass, and it doesn't matter. Like, I've gotten my ass beat a ton of times and I've still won, which is, again, that's better fourth wall stuff than Dean Ambrose, CM Punk. It's John Cena being like, I've been in like battles where everyone's beating my ass, and at the end of the day, Super Cena still prevails. Like, that's that's better stuff.
I want to talk about that as well. Like, this dude, like, I don't have, the thing is, I said it because I stick with everything I say. I can always change my mind because that's what you do as an adult. But the thing with CM Punk is, I've never said anything about his work rate underground. I didn't like his work rate in WWE because I don't think it transitioned properly. Far as his promos, I've never been a big fan of his promos, but it's just like, dog, you've been away for 7 years and people still talk about you. That's insane. Like, that's what I do give him props for. Like, bro, you've been going for 7 years and still rumors come out that
7 years
and people bring you
7 years.
So when he got, like, and it's not like, he blacklisted. So to say his name, I don't think was a problem, but you got to do that so you can have the crowd pop and say, oh, okay. So let me talk about that. Shouts out to Greg as well. Greg said it earlier. It was kind of like that whole lying and then greater than, and then the greater than was spaced out, because for those that don't understand what he meant by that in his tweet, it meant, if you're saying greater than this space, this blank space, that's better than lying, which is true, because the whole Dean Ambrose, he's the reason why being Roman Reigns was kicked out, or the reason why Dean Ambrose left is because of Roman Reigns. It's like, when he said that, I said, okay, they just don't give a fuck about this program, let alone this promo, because the Finn Balor, that thing, them integrating him, I said, okay, they really don't care about this program that much.
I still hope they turn this into a triple threat. Sorry, I just still think like that would have been the smarter move, is make it a triple threat.
Now, but I think they're doing this. Okay, so this is another thing. Maybe this is just my tinfoil hat being on. They're probably doing this because there is no next week. I don't give a fuck about people saying, oh, well, the next week is going to be the one. No, you get
the
it.
Go home show. Yeah.
But you can't do it. You understand what I'm saying. You can't do it. There is no fucking tomorrow. when you do, it's like being an actor. I need you to get this scene right now. There is no next week we'll try again. We already rehearsed it. We gonna record it. We gonna film it, and then it's gonna get edited. There is no next week because it's just like a joke. You get it one time, that's it. Don't say the fucking joke again because it's already dead. With wrestling promos and build up, you get it that for these two individuals, two of the greatest we ever seen of all time. Me and you have said for the past year or so, Cena, this is how this podcast was built, that Cena is the greatest of all time. I'm still sticking with that. Sometimes I think it's Ric Flair, but more so it's John Cena. But that's a conversation to be had later on as to the popularity of both. And it seems like John Cena might take that over just because we still have younger generations, your generation, younger generations before that, my generation, and so on and so forth. Still talk about him, whether they hate him or not. But with the promo we saw yesterday, you get it one time. I don't give a fuck about next week because you're selling me on me either buying a ticket because tickets are still available, or are you selling me to spend $5 on this horrible Peacock app? So either way, you was supposed to buy me a while ago, but then integrating Finn Balor, once again, I'm confused as to what you're trying to do. Now, maybe this is 10 for your banks. Once again, we saw Baron. We really getting a wrestling talk, but that's fine. This is what we do. We saw my guy, who I've been a fan of for years, Baron Corbin, broke Baron Corbin. Take BBC.
White Banks.
Maybe so. He got the hairline like me as well. I just don't have no open like buffet shirt. But we saw him take the briefcase from Big E a week before SummerSlam, mind you.
And that was some bullshit. They made that's the second straight year of the Money in the Bank. Really, the third year that Money in the Bank has looked like a joke.
But you're absolutely right. But here's my thinking. What if, it's just me, it's my conspiracy theory. What if they're doing this horrible build-up? Because this build-up has been bad for Roman Reigns and Cena. I thought the shit was going to be classic. It was bad. But maybe this is just, I don't think they think ahead of time like, you know, BRP does. You included, of course, and they steal y'all ideas and they listening. Or me at times when I actually integrate my mindset into build-ups with WWE. Because I'm more so just a wrestling guy. I just want to see the matches. I don't care about promos unless it's the women cutting promos. That's for more reason than one. Y'all pray for me. But my thinking is, what if they're doing this bad buildup because the briefcase was going to be stolen by broke boy Baron Corbin and Big E to somehow integrate next week the Money in the Bank briefcase. Obviously, it's not belonging to Baron Corbin. It's still Big E. He just has the briefcase physically. Maybe this is somehow for Big E to cash in. I don't think they think that far along because they're not that smart being the writers. Some of them. The queen that's over there is smart, of course. But some of them over there aren't that smart. They don't think ahead of time. But my mindset is, what if it's to integrate the Money in the Bank briefcase for next week? I don't know.
The Finn Balor thing is to set up the program after, which is smart. Because it's like after John Cena, who's next to Roman Reigns. Realistically, it's Finn Balor. If they're not going to do the Big E thing right away, it's Finn Balor. But you could have saved the Cena Roman Reigns one-on-one. You could have done the bait and switch. Like, you think you're going to get it now. You're going to get it next year at WrestleMania. And then when WrestleMania returns to Hollywood, and that's probably when they induct The Rock into the WWE Hall of Fame that same weekend. You could have done Finn Balor signs a contract, John Cena comes down, signs a contract as well, and then Roman Reigns signs. Like kind of what they did with Benoit and Shawn Michaels in 2004. Like Chris Benoit signs a contract, Shawn Michaels comes down the redacted Wolverine signs a contract. Shawn Michaels comes down, super kicks him, signs his name, and then Stone Cold's like, hell, it's a WrestleMania, we're going to have HBK, Triple H, and Chris Benoit in a triple threat match. Like, you could have done something like that. And again, it would have been a heelish thing for John Cena to do and like to steal Finn Balor's moment because like, I came back for a reason. I'm sorry, Finn. Like, sure, Roman Reigns is giving you this opportunity, but like, I'm back to beat Roman Reigns to become a 17-time champ, and you're just another obstacle in the way if you're gonna take part in this. And it could have kept, again, the Roman Reigns, Finn Balor thing going strong if, like, basically you repeat, like, the WrestleMania thing where, like, Roman Reigns probably John Cena AA's Finn Balor, then Roman Reigns spears John Cena out of the ring, and then Roman Reigns pins Finn Balor. So you can be like, the next week on SmackDown, Finn Balor's like, Roman Reigns didn't beat me. John Cena had me, like, and then you could do a thing where, like, Roman Reigns has to prove to Finn Balor that he can beat him one-on-one. But I mean, hey, what do I know about booking wrestling? That just sounds simple and basic to me.
Oh no, y'all know how to book. That's why they keep stealing your ideas.
But no, I mean, it was just a thing where, because again, like, I'd say all right, because next week is Fast 9, the Fast Saga.
Hold on, can I sing a song about that? That means the summer wind came rolling in across the sea. That's the last one.
And I told you I hated it initially. I'm interested to see if I still hate it next week when we do our commentary track. I think more than anything, I did legit hate a good amount of it, but I was so underwhelmed by everything else that I didn't hate. And I think that's the thing with this version of the John Cena Roman Reigns feud. I'm underwhelmed because I'm not sure if they're still planning to do this again, or if they just they're saving the best for the biggest stage, even though SummerSlam is, again, in a big venue as well, and is supposed to kind of replicate WrestleMania this year in a way. So it's just interesting. Like you said, I think they sold people well on the feud no matter what, because again, it's John Cena coming back. That's going to sell no matter what. Mm-hmm. But this version of it, I say, isn't going as well story-wise compared to Roman Reigns, John Cena. And we all knew, like, back then, like, these guys are going to have a match again. But, like, what's this going to look like a few years from now? Because we knew John Cena was going to go to Hollywood and all that. We didn't know what was going to happen to Roman Reigns and his health. And luckily, he's made a full recovery and has come back better than ever. It's just a thing. I'd say it's underwhelming in terms of not, again, fam is always like, it's either classic or trash. It's either classic or it's trash, which is, again, I subscribe to that theory as well. Where, like, if I thought Fast 9 was trash, I didn't even bother saying, like, it's somewhere in the middle, which is what we'll get to with Hobbs and Shaw, where I'm like, it's trash as a Fast and Furious movie, but it's classic as an action movie.
It's that, and the fact that they've had more press for this movie than even I would dare I say Fast 7. Fast 7 was about, the death of Paul Walker. So it was kind of like a morbid press to it. And that's where the sales really went up for it because of his death. But with this one,
also too, that again, like that was Jason Statham's involved. The Rock's Dwayne Johnson's the biggest star in Hollywood. You saw a car drive through a building. There were so many factors besides the Paul Walker's passing, but you're right. It's his passing was like, oh, I got to see the last one of Paul Walker, because who knows if they'll make more after this.
Exactly. So it was that. But with Fast 9, this might be the most talked about one ever because people are still talking about it. Not just because we doing Fast Summer, but I see people on my timeline talk about it every now and then. So whether it's bad or good, controversy sells. Like, I guess it's the whole term, like any press is good press, whether it be bad or not.
Controversy creates cash, and then any good press any bad press is good press. Yeah, and again, this whole thing with Fast 9 too was that COVID hit right when it was supposed to release. Like I told you a thing right after seeing, I'm like, if I had seen this movie last year when it was supposed to come out, would I have felt the same way instead of having to wait a full year and have my expectations go up higher and higher? And just I can't wait. It's John Cena and Fast and Furious. I'm like, fuck. And then it's postponed until a whole year. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait. And then when it finally comes, it's not what I wanted. It's like, oh, fuck this. This is terrible.
That, and then Universal, they're horrible at marketing. So they gave too much away at one time. You feel me? Like, we know it's going to be over the top. But I think if you would have saved the spaceship so people could really get pissed off, even though
because they had to sell the people who hate these movies on going to
still
watch
go
the one
watch
where
it.
to go and see the one where they actually go to space. Yeah, all the people who shit talk like, oh, what are they gonna do? Fucking drive in space? Like, and then in the trailer, this is the first week in a while without a Tyrese. I hate you, Ted.
Right. It was what he said is faith versus science. You gotta have faith.
He said the numbers don't lie.
Uh,
Which, funny enough, that's
Idris
Elba's Brooks and Laura's whole thing is the intellects, gentlemen. The numbers. I'm way better.
They see what he said about his suit. We're gonna get to it, of course, when we start watching.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
But I'm Black Superman. That's what that's how this movie got sold.
I'm Black Superman.
Now that was good marketing on their part, being Universal. That's what sold people on this movie. Somebody other than The Rock, other than Jason Statham being part of this movie.
Yeah.
It was more so Idris Elba and him saying that line. Because I guarantee you, people remember that line. They might not remember this movie. People remember that line. Because people ran it back numerous times after it came out.
When that trailer dropped, I was like, holy shit. One, I was like, this is the most outrageous Fast and Furious movie they've ever made. Like, the trailer has the clip of The Rock jumping straight onto a guy falling out of a building and then swinging on him. And again, it shows, and then basically reveals that Idris Elba's a cyborg. I'm just like, holy shit. Like, I can't believe what they're doing, which is also a good thing and a bad thing, as we'll get to. I completely forgot that this movie is co-written by Drew Pearce, who is a co-writer of Iron Man 3, very lackluster, and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, which is underrated, but fights out, in my opinion, is like, it's like the fourth best Mission Impossible, even though there's only 6. It's like in the it's in like the last 3 spots.
I hope you enjoyed that last one once again, because we're not getting it.
I told you that. Oh, the one they're making right now?
We're not getting shit, bro.
We're getting it. We're getting it.
Pushed back 2 years. Everybody keeps getting sick.
They're
making God.
Tom Cruise, again, much like Michael Jordan, will murder everyone on set to get that movie made. We discussed about it before, Scientology Juice, second episode, that who's the bigger psychopath, Tom Cruise or Michael Jordan? And we're like, it's a toss-up at the end of the day.
For all this anti-vax talk, you would think the guy that's a Scientologist, would be against it. He like, no, I'm all in with this shit.
Because he's crazy. He's
stupid.
Not. Yes, 100%.
Listen,
he's like, I may be dumb. I mean, I may be crazy, but I'm not dumb. That's Tom Cruise.
This is off topic, but it kind of correlates. Listen, when Lupe Fiasco, a smart guy that's into all that stuff, said, I'm getting back stuff, he was one of the first people. Then Staples was one of the first people to get it. Now, this name, when I heard this name say, I'm all in.
Oh, I thought you were saying when you heard Lakeith Stanfield being like, I'm not getting vaxxed. I'm like, you should have seen that coming, because this guy's like doesn't wear shoes and is just a weird guy. Great actor.
He from Riverside. I keep trying to tell y'all. Riverside,
I just want to say, isn't he from California? I was like,
I'm telling y'all, we working on something. I want to tell y'all what's going on, but I'll name something else to Cerberus. However you announce it, the 3-headed dog.
Cerberus, yeah.
That's the Cerberus of California. It's Lancaster, Riverside, and fucking Lancaster,
the Valley.
Riverside. Nah, because the Valley is bad, but it's not that bad. I want to say Compton, somewhere along the desert areas, basically, but I'll add Compton to it. If you're from there, you're a special type of person. But Palmdale. So Palmdale, Lancaster, Riverside, those places, those people are different. But this name, when she said it, so all y'all woke, alhamdulillah, females that be up here with the sage and the crystals and all that shit, and you think you can sage away the fucking COVID. You the bad vibe instead. The COVID ain't the bad vibe. You are, sweetheart.
What did John Cena say? What did John Cena say? You better watch your ground, young man. What's the drop from Black Announce Table?
Listen carefully, young man.
Listen carefully, young man.
Listen
to you right now.
That's what he said to Roman Reigns too, which is funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because then he was like, again, when I rewatched the one yesterday from 2017, and he legit is like, "Come on, clock's running. You gotta learn how to cut a promo, kid." I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot about this." He's like, "Come on, any day now, any day."
Everything. It's like listening to a Benny the Butcher song. Every single line is a bar. Like every single, I don't know what he was on doing that promo, but every line.
You know what he was on. See, even the thing like, all right, Roman Reigns being like dick jokes. That's all you got, motherfucker. You said missionary. Like, come on. Like, you just said he's Mr. Missionary. Don't be like, all you got is dick jokes, John. Like, that's a fucking dick joke. And the Nikki Bella thing, that's even cheaper than the Dean Ambrose thing. In terms of like,
but the thing is, Cena was like, okay. It looked like it bothered him, but to a certain extent, not really.
No, see, I think that's the thing he, again, knew was coming. Because it's the obvious thing. Like, someone had to say it. That the girl left him for a dancer. A fucking dancer.
But that's why he like, bro, she down.
I don't dance, John Cena.
I ain't no sexy boy.
The guy who loved it. Her husband, I do dance. I am a sexy
fake ass fandango.
Oh God,
bro. But that's the thing, like, yo, in hindsight, he's probably like, shit, I really won. Sometimes
his wife isn't like his wife's like good looking too. Like it's not like he had that much of a downgrade. Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So this is what I want to say to anybody that's listening. Hey man,
I just saw a picture of Cat Dennings too, and God damn, shouts to Mr. Jefferson.
We'll talk. Yeah, shouts out to Joe. Random X Podcast. Y'all sign up for the Patreon. Black and Now Say, sign up to the Patreon. Go subscribe to BRP. That shirt is out right now. I'm gonna get that. But what else? Oh yeah. So
who was the woman? Who was the woman that was like, I'm getting the shot that you said surprised you before we go?
Oh, Erykah Badu.
Oh, okay.
So the woman that's really into all that stage and witch stuff and all that, she even got it. So what's your excuse, Summer Walker and all y'all other goofy ass females? You can't sage away COVID. You can't sage.
I was just about to say.
Like, bro, I don't understand.
I might have to cut you off, and I'm not even in control of the fucking StreamYard to cut your ass out. Like, see, like, cut the mic, cut it.
Right. So you want to know about
this? You want to know why we did this bullying campaign? Yeah. You and me are just like in hold for hold, catch can, like reversal.
I was gonna just leave, bro. I was gonna leave the StreamYard if I was about to say what I was about to say.
Like, no, but I mean, saying the same line at the same time is legit. Like armbar, transition, side headlock. Bounce off the rope, clothesline, duck two.
It's like it's Cedric the Alexander versus Kota Ibushi, bro.
Not Cedric the Alexander, you fucking dick.
Yeah, that's what it is, like, bro. In that classic, that cruiserweight classic.
But yeah, Nikki Bella. I mean,
can I talk about that real quick? I ain't trying to cut you.
Yeah, I was saying, like, I was going to try to steer you back into your thought about that before we get into Hobbs and Shaw. Again, this is Banks versus Davis, Fast Summer Week 9, Hobbs and Shaw Week, the week I've been waiting for. Banks has been waiting. The people have been waiting for.
The Banks went out earlier, clanking and banging, drinking a C4, a gallon of C4.
He got in his truck. Go right down Alligator Alley.
I ain't in fucking Florida no more, thank God.
I know.
No,
he drove away from Alligator. He said, "Goodbye, alligators. The Rock is gone. He will see you."
Hey, man, I'd rather swim with alligators than live in Florida again. Fuck that.
But again,
I know what you meant. I didn't mean to step on it, but yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, you don't know what it is. It's fast summer, like I alluded to earlier. We're near the end of the road. But Banks finished off on the Nikki. No. As we discussed last second, I can't sing, and then when I have to remember lyrics on the fly, I get nervous.
One day we're gonna do karaoke. You gonna really
We
want to
will,
see
yeah,
it.
we will, yeah. Pod brunch, we will be doing karaoke. That's a fact.
And then I'm leaving because I don't like Texas. No disrespect to anybody from Texas. I just come out there to shake hands, kiss the
Giddy up.
babies, kiss a particular woman, and then I'm leaving
Whoa, 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 whoa!
respectfully, or women respectfully and
Ooh.
consensually. Because
I
I'm
was like,
glad
no,
it
no, no,
ain't.
no.
Because if it was
Whoa,
in Houston,
whoa.
I'm not doing shit. Because that man got Houston looking bad right now.
The buffet is closed, lady. As the Rock. No, 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 Terry. No, no, the buffet is. Again, I don't hate The Rock. Love The Rock all the time. I hate Dwayne Johnson. Huge difference because The Rock has bars. He's like, "What? You staring at the people's package? No, 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 Lillian.
The buffet is closed. You
Go
try
eat
to
some
offer the
McNuggets, you
rocks
fat
of
son of a bitch.
poutine pie.
Goldberg." But anyway, Nikki Bella. Just the way you would say names. Again, the whole Hooven to like just the way he would say names is amazing.
Because you was down south with some jabroni named Hoovitude. Bruh, I love The Rock. No, so yeah, before we get into it, just real quick. Young men that's listening. Sometimes that little pretty woman over there, she gawking at you, looking at your people's package, looking at you up and down, trying to go to Space Mountain. Sometimes that pretty package comes with worms in it.
Whoa.
Comes with all different types of shit. What's the Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas?
Nightmare
Sometimes
Before
they just
Christmas,
that,
yeah. Yep.
sometimes they that
You just
inside.
used that reference as well. Oh my god. The amount of women in my life who love that movie. I mean,
Yeah, that movie freaks me out to this day. My aunt made me watch it.
Thank you. Thank you. Because Major Payne loved that movie. My girl now loves that movie. It's my own doing because I'm into like that kind of gothy emo chick type of thing. It's my own doing. But still that fucking
sacrifice you. I'm very upset.
I've told her, when are you gonna sacrifice me?
The craft.
It's
you gonna be up here screaming like,
I'm this. It's a shoot. One time I said like, when are you gonna come and sacrifice me? Like, you sick freak. That's you right now.
No, all I know is when we on, you gonna be talking like a zombie. Like, hey man, so yeah, did you see Suicide Squad? Hey, you straight, Davis?
I'm talking about, it was a good movie. Oh.
Yeah.
John Cena was really good.
Spirits, Chief, the spirits have got me.
But that whole John Cena thing was a little preview of what the 1 year anniversary of this show will be in a matter of weeks. I mean, that will be a good one. But little sneak peek. But again, Roman Reigns, funny enough, is in Hobbs and Shaw, and he doesn't do a goddamn thing in this movie. He hits a Samoan drop in his spear and doesn't say shit.
Yes, he does. He does the chant.
Except, dun. But Banks, this was 2019 when this was released. Where were you in your life? I was in a dark place, but I want you to go first. Let's start off on a good note before we end on a negative note.
Okay, because you made me depressed. Even though 2019 is definitely one of the greatest years of my life, yo. 2019 was turned up. Igor was out that year. A bunch of shit was out that year. I was working at said company that's having charges against them that I can't talk about. But yeah. So I was doing Lyft, Uber around this time and working another job pertaining to the company I can't talk about. But I remember
so you were basically Issa in Insecure season 3.
I definitely was that. That's funny. That actually was a shoot about my life. When I watched that 2 months ago, I said she copied my whole fucking flow.
I was just saying, like, in my past life, I was you, and you were me.
Once again, it's the LA lifestyle. Things have
changed
since I came home. Yeah, my life ain't like that no more since I came home. It's a little bit calmer now, which is insane to say. But yeah, so at that time I was working with Lyft. I remember vividly. I woke up. I was like, all right, I'm about to go watch Hobbs and Shaw. I was excited about it too. So I was like, all right, I'm about to definitely go check it out. And then I was going to drive Lyft afterwards. So I remember vividly, like it was yesterday, driving to the movie theater. I know which movie theater exactly. Went to go watch it, right? And I came out after the movie was done, and I swear, but then I'll fast forward till now. I was like, yo, this movie fucking sucks. I was pissed. I was driving pissed. I felt like the Fast and the Furious that day, picking up passengers. They just telling me, boy, drive to Santa Monica. Yes, boss. Can I get a tip? Because that's how I felt driving Lyft. I'll just say that, especially when you in Hollywood. That's why I try to avoid Hollywood.
You're like, hey, I got your car. I got your car right here.
No, I wasn't parking the car. I was. I feel like
right
I
here,
was driving Miss Daisy. I feel like I was driving Miss Daisy, so I probably.
Hey, you just seen this Hobbs and Shaw shit? Shit, crazy, cuz.
Hey, cuz. Yes,
hey,
cuz. Did you see the movie?
Do you like the Rock?
Do you like the Rock?
not the crack rock either.
The Rock, homie. Remember?
You know, if you smell, yeah, you know, fucking WrestleMania, that shit.
The one that Rikishi did it for, cuz.
But so you actually, and then what's been the legacy in your mind since then? How you said you were hyped before. What did you think of it being like the spin-off movie that they were doing? Were you looking forward to that aspect of, like, you know, as we kind of discussed, like the chemistry was there, obviously. That was the whole point of the Fate of the Furious, was two things. Vin Diesel's heel turn, and The Rock was like, I'm gonna take this shit.
That's really what it was. I was like, oh shit. So it's the Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know they good for long ass titles. So when they get to the Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw 2, The Revenge of Owen Shaw, as you had the idea, I'm like, all right, bro, we got to shorten it somehow.
It'll probably be like T2. It'll probably be HNS2. Something like that.
The Revenge of Owen Shaw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was T2 Judgment Day, so you shorten one title, have the longer title. Yeah.
By the way, still one of the greatest action movies of all time.
I know.
30-year anniversary.
I know you love that movie.
Yo, I remember seeing that.
It's a great movie too, though. I'm just saying, like, you love Terminator 2.
Yeah, I was a shorty watching that. I had no business watching that. I was like 6, 7 years old seeing that, if I'm not mistaken.
That was basically me. That was the one movie I know I shouldn't have seen. I can't remember. But yeah, so 2019. This is the summer too. I think it was August. Let me just confirm. Because Major Payne had dumped me in May, so that was so that whole was Sad Boy Summer.
But you glowed up since then.
Yeah, August 2nd. I was looking forward to it being a Fast and Furious movie, even though at this time my hatred towards Dwayne Johnson had already reached its boiling point. But I was still like, all right, they got Idris Elba, who's fucking dope, and he's so handsome. Ladies, I gotta understand.
For the women that listen to this podcast, I think it's particularly one. Yeah. We're going to put Idris Elba over. I'm going to use I'm going to kind of
he's the best thing about this movie.
No, he absolutely is. All bullshit aside. He really put up 35 for no reason.
And just like him in the trailer, him like being revealed as the cyborg, all that. I was like, I was sold on this movie. I remember looking at Major Payne, being like, oh my God, the Hobbs and Shaw trailer came out, and she could have given less of a shit. Because I watched the Fast and Furious for one time, the first one time, and she was like, I don't like horror movies. I'm like, wah, wah. It was like the Charlie Brown. No, car movies.
Car, motherfucking action. I'm about to say
car. She doesn't like car movies. Huh?
You had no personality, babe.
But so it was like the
personality.
It was the one thing to brighten my summer. My sad boy summer was, besides getting numerous tattoos, was to go and see Hobbs and Shaw. I saw it Thursday night screening at the same theater I've seen every Fast and Furious movie since moving to Minnesota, Parkwood 18 in Waite Park. And I left like you. I was like, I don't think I hated it right away. I think rewatching it made me hate it because I took my youngest stepbrother to go see it because he's his. I'd be like, Elijah, who's your favorite actor? Dwayne Johnson. I'm just like, face palm. When he would say that, you love watching like Central Intelligence, Skyscraper. Jumanji. I mean, again, he was. I think he just turned 11, or he'll be turning 11. I think this year. So this was 2 years. Yeah. So I mean, he's like the prime age for a Dwayne Johnson fan.
Yeah, exactly. He just knows Dwayne Johnson. He don't know about The Rock though.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, he's like Dwayne Johnson, like, like he used to wrestle, and I've tried to get him and then my other stepbrother, who's only 2 years older than him, into wrestling a couple times, and it hasn't worked. The one time I did, like, he did like wrestling, was The Undertaker. I showed him an Undertaker match. He's like, I like The Undertaker. I'm like, you kids don't know shit. That's when I knew, like, our youth were doomed. When my youngest stepbrother at 7, 8 years old thought The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33 was his favorite wrestler. I was like, these kids, goddamn, we're doomed. We're doomed, I tell you. Doomed, as they would say on Rugrats. But rewatching it, I've have a disdain for it. But it's also due to the brand that is Dwayne Johnson, as we'll get into the creative decisions he made in this movie with the direction of Luke Hobbs as a character, how this movie basically almost, to me, I've always said it from the start since we've started this pod, anyone who will ever listen to me, this movie takes place on Earth 2. You can't tell me it doesn't. They do mention Owen Shaw. If you put on the subtitles, the first prison visit with his mom, she says, it was you, Owen, and Hattie in the backyard.
Did she say his mom?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Because that's just like,
the accent.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I've been practicing, mate. Been proper good. It's proper shit, ain't it? But
listen, we gonna try it. Everybody that's listening, we definitely gonna try it.
This is about to be unbearable for people who are like, "Hey, this is our show. We do what the fuck we want when we want." You don't like that? Fuck off.
I was about to use the I gotta get that clip when Mike Tyson was like, "If you don't like it, turn from your station." When he started cussing, and then he did say,
if you don't like it, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, shit.
Yeah, I like that. He was cussing. He was like, Mike, why do you have to talk like that? What does it matter? If you don't like it, turn from your station.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
But yeah, and I ended up buying it on DVD just because I have movies on DVD and all that. And it's a thing where when I put it on, I'm like, it's thinking about it gets me angry because of what they've done. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's not a good Fast and Furious movie. It's a really good action movie, though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have it queued up by chance?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let me get mine all set too.
Just let me know the time mark as usual.
Yeah, I had to. A weird thing too, because I have the DVD and it has all the bonus features. There, on mine, it has the alternate opening. What that is, it's when Hobbs and Shaw are shit talking each other at the MI6 office. Remember when he's like, "It's your voice. I hate your voice." They have that scene, and then when the Dwayne Johnson throws the chair at the guy, it cuts to a day earlier. It shows the side by side, the split screen of Hobbs and Shaw on their separate missions. Then it cuts to Hattie Shaw, her mission, and then when Brixton shows up, that whole scene plays out, and then it would cut to essentially Hobbs having breakfast with his daughter. My apologies for problems I'm having right now. But it plays out pretty weird when you watch it. Like, I see why they didn't choose that as the opening, because Brixton opening up the movie, Idris Elba's character, is what's like, holy shit, like, this is completely different than all the other Fast and Furious movies, because again, this guy's a legit cyborg. And I'm not mad that they went in that decision of like they're battling cyborgs now, because Deckard Shaw was like, again, a ghost, super soldier type, like mercenary. The only thing is that like Luke Hobbs is a fucking DSS agent. Like, they don't be doing shit like that. He's just a lawman. That's all he is. But he's like, when it comes to saving the world, it is my job. Like, you saved the world like 2.5 times. You say 3. You were on IR, and then they called you in like Mariano Rivera in Furious 7. Like, come on.
Right. It's bruh. Dom has saved the earth more than you.
Yeah, but that's also because Vin Diesel has
about,
the ego of Triple H. So.
And that's true. But still, he like, I have saved the world way more times than you. And you actually more qualified than me, even though you basically
again,
MAGA agent.
Like we said during Furious 7, when Kurt Russell is like, yeah, Dom, you can come work for me. And I'm like, so Kurt Russell is like, hey, street racer turned heist turned, I guess, ally of the DSS. I want you to be on my secret task force to track down Deckard Shaw. Just because he's after you. I'm going to use you as bait, essentially. And then Fate of the Furious.
That's what they got to answer, bro, in the future. Like, how is he qualified?
That's where, when we get to Fast 9, all right, I'm at 0.00.03. I just want you to get all queued up. But I'm going to take a quick break right now. So you just want to entertain the people real quick?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Banks. So as we get ready to continue with our watch along of Fast Summer, Hobbs and Shaw, or Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Want to tell a friend to tell a friend if you're interested. I am currently searching for a webcam right now because I had one that was cheap, because where they make the products at, and from Amazon. But I am looking for a 1080p right now. Yeah, kids, 1080p stuff is still being bought because I need a webcam, because eventually people do need to see my face. I'm more just a voice, a deep voice, a deep R&B voice. I have a face that matches with it. I'm going to shout out all the podcasts we affiliated with: Black Announce Table, Black Wrestling. You can catch Davis on that every Thursday. They record, and every Friday it comes out. Saturday is on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to that. Shouts out to Where's Buffy. Once again, Black Announce Table, make sure you sign up for the Patreon. Otherwise than that, shouts out to Show Your Work. Shouts out to Kayfabe Ain't Dead. The new episode is out. Shouts out to Show Your Work. So those two things are out. We're working, guys.
Yeah.
So to the young lady,
I was about to say shouts to Zell, Body More Bottles, who's been
I'm sorry.
Big supporter of Fast Summer. But yes, we will be trying to have some special guests during our Fast Summer post show when we wrap things up. People who have their input on these movies. Hopefully, the mighty event of Wrestle Rap and Oddball will join us, and a certain young lady,
Fresh,
will. You gotta keep. Oh, see, now you're just throwing professionalism out the book. 2 times you were professional, and the one time you regretted it.
Hey, just understand you was talking shit about Hobbs and Shaw, saying it ain't good and all this. Understand, you're gonna get a shout out.
But yeah, and
I'm gonna tell you I shouted you out because that's a bullshit statement.
Yeah, and if you have problems with that, sorry. I mean, that's just your doing. But again, Fast 9, in my opinion, we'll discuss it next week. It's still the worst out of all of them, in my opinion. But all right, I guess we can hit play when I count down to 3. Ready? So 1.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me get set 2.
Yeah, because Amazon wants you press play, and then if it goes to the screensaver, then you gotta basically pick it up, press play again. Yeah, I'm ready to go now.
All right, 1, 2, 3, play. Again, we see what we've been seeing the last 9 weeks. The Universal Pictures logo, and we've seen how it's basically fully updated CGI compared to 2002. And right now, a horrible rendition of Time in a Bottle by Youngblood is playing, where he's like, if I could have time in a bottle. Like, oh,
Ugh.
that was a sign where I was like, we might be in trouble. But we're in I think this is London still, yeah. Which I love when these movies are in London. I just love London in general. And it's, showing the groundwork of what's going on. A secret mission by Vanessa Kirby, who is Hattie Shaw, the youngest Shaw child. And we get probably the best, one of my favorite villains of last decade. On his fucking Transformer motorcycle, as we'll find out over the course of the movie.
He got all the gadgets.
100%.
Big tough guy. You guys don't need whistles.
But so their mission is to extract this device or something in it. Typical action movie stuff, what's God, I forgot what the fucking term is. MacGuffin. I mean, it's something that does serve as a plot, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Just the mission to get the people going.
Exactly. You got to start off, especially with an action movie. You got to start off getting to the shits ASAP.
Yeah. And he walks up like a badass. He's got basically the X-Men suit from the 2000 movie, the Bryan Singer film. He's dressed like he's supposed to be an X-Men.
You got them SpongeBob boots on too.
MI6.
MI6.
Again, he's just like with your matching outfits.
Yo, the fact they gave him a grill, I was like, oh yeah, we about to be.
Yes, I know, right? And then boom, he sees everything again. Slow motion, it basically analytics in his brain, and then like I was trying to come up with it. I can hear a little bit. Not too bad though. But he legit just murks everyone in like 4 seconds, probably like his 40, like a 40 time, like the fastest 40 time ever.
Yo, I'll get there ahead of time. No, I'll wait till we get there when he take the gimmick, the Hulk Hogan serum, but combining that with the Metal Gear Solid suit is crazy.
Yeah. No, again, like the whole
this
thing
is
with
privilege
him.
Too.
Oh, how she's surviving? You mean?
Yeah, only white women can get away with not getting.
Okay, all right. All right. Are we really gonna play up the white woman card, especially when Dwayne Johnson and her, the whole romance that really doesn't need to happen?
I actually take back what I just said because they never get away from the danger.
Oh God. But again, he just alluded to. Stop. He shows up and he's like, bad guy. Whichever I remember when people like film critics react to the trailer like, oh, you just have like the bad guy coming out and saying he's the bad guy. Now, like, no, it's like that's the cool way to break the fourth wall. Again, like we said with John Cena, there are ways to break the fourth wall and be clever. He's like, I'm here. Like he's like, I'm legit here to rob this shit from y'all, and you're here robbing it from someone else. Like that's villain shit.
She took the bloody virus.
Again, he's like, and she took the virus. She betrayed us.
She is now a weapon.
But so the whole thing, I said this on the BVD Pod Twitter. This movie is basically Tango and Cash. All right, Bill Simmons said it, but when you actually watch Tango and Cash, it's the exact same fucking movie. Yeah. Oh, she's a wily one. Again, they're gonna blame her. Again, his bike just showed up by itself. It drove itself there.
That's the Tesla.
Who's gonna stop? Who's gonna stop me? Great line. Again, great line by him. They wake up. I like split screen in movies and TV. It can be used well to show two things happening at once.
Yo, imagine eating eggs when you first wake up.
All right, so we're not gonna attack me right now.
Yeah, that's trash as hell. You waking up eating eggs.
So
put some turkey bacon on that damn plate.
Do you believe Jason Statham wears full-on pajamas to bed?
I'm not going to comment
No,
on
I mean
that?
like
Because I
like
don't.
people who legit like have pajamas. Like again, like he bought those as pajamas. Like I'll say like I just sleep in. Never mind. We're gonna.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's a white thing or a British thing where you just sleep in pajamas. Like, I don't know.
I
You
think it
wake
is.
up,
Well, I think it's like a class thing. Yeah.
the birds are
Or,
chirping and all that shit, and then you just like, oh, good morning.
well,
It feels good to be white.
he was in London and it was raining. Like it's always raining in London.
That's why I want to move out there. I just want to go out there and begin a new revolution. But what
But we saw that
revolution do
sneak.
you, if Bank speaking of?
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
Go,
Let's not go
go to my
dark territory.
IG. No,
But
I'm
we
not. That's
saw.
not dark territory.
No, I'm just. Well, we saw Hobbs eat coffee grounds or like unmade coffee straight up. Like what kind of bullshit is this? And apparently, like The Rock does this or said something like, "This is what makes
Yeah.
it up." Like,
That's his basically amino acids, bruh. That's how you get in with the caffeine and start working out. Caffeine helps your workout.
but eating it, not drinking it.
Yeah. Yeah. Some
How
people do
much
that with
call?
protein powder and amino acids. They just eat it straight
Really,
up.
that works.
I did it one time, never do it again. But it
Again,
does
so
work.
Hobbs is in LA, Shaw's in London.
Looking at
How much you
Hasbulla's
call it?
brother.
Well, I'm like right now he's at a Victoria's Secret event, which mirrors Jason Statham's real life because he married Rose Huntington Whiteley, who was a Victoria's Secret model.
I would have been there dressed just like that with that suit on.
I was about to say the velvet type suit.
Oh yeah, I'd be on my suit and tie shit. Fuck Justin Timberlake though.
Dun, 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 oh, I'll be on my suit, tie shit,
Fuck Justin
tie shit.
Timberlake. If you ever hear this, I've been saying for years, go fuck yourself.
Oh yeah, I mean, because what happened with Public Enemies, which is yeah,
Yeah, you a
I think
fucking
that's some
fraud
shit.
and culture vulture.
So he just beat everyone's ass with a champagne ball. And then right now, this is again Dwayne Johnson going in overdrive, flipping this dude after he almost killed someone with a fucking tattoo gun. And then he nut kicks this guy. And then, like, not even George Foreman can hit uppercuts like that.
But the fact, bro, imagine the Rock kicking. That's what he gonna do to you. He gonna kick you in your gonad. Like, bro, I'm good.
I'm gonna kick you in the nuts, kid. Like, it's my favorite.
Ricky T.
So basically, it's the same thing. They're doing the same exact thing. They each got a mission to track down this information. But I don't know how like these Russian gangsters would have information on a deadly virus that a super tech cult is going to have, or like a triad ripoff is going to have with run shit from a tattoo parlor. Like this seems so small scale what they're doing in the grand scheme of things. Like, what's the biggest picture? It was like the whole thing. Like, how is Braga working for Owen Shaw at the end of the day? Like, huh? Like Owen Shaw is going to run the world. Braga was just trying to get shit over the border.
Yo, somebody find her at.
I was just about to say you like the woman who he's like nice tats, and it's supposed to be like a nice tits joke.
I mean, I don't see no titties, but I'm still about to look it up.
Oh, you done it now, you son of a bitch. You've done it now. You've done it, made a big mistake. I can't lie.
Yo, he kind of dressed like Undertaker in 01 too, which is funny. 03.
He was riding on a motorcycle, was he not? Was he? What did I say last week? This man took Shaw from being basically a borderline racist cop, aka a cop in general, and then turned him into big evil. And now he's got his daughter. Again, different actress. He's basically got Moana. This is Moana.
All right, bro. You going
No. See, this is what I mean. Look at the girl from the previous two movies, and then look at this girl. Moana comes out after Furious 7, before Fate of the Furious, but they already shot Fate of the Furious. Maybe that girl like hit a growth spurt, and they're like, "Oh, no one's gonna believe this is his daughter or whatever." But this is where I mean, where it's like Earth 2, because now they're playing up the Samoan heritage, where she's like, "I found this. How come you never talk about Samoa?"
So on the second movie, where are they gonna go? They're gonna go Nigeria.
Oh, why would you say that?
Because if you go to Canada, it's gonna be people like there's no
I was
black
just about
people
to
in
say,
Canada.
should
Yes,
they
it
really go
is.
to Should they really go to Canada?
Where's his father from? Nova Scotia or wherever in
Saskatchewan or wherever, he's from Vancouver.
yeah, I'm just like, word. I'm like,
And again, so the family tree showed her and her dad, no mom. So this man just birthed his own daughter. Come on,
G shit.
this is where I mean,
That's how
like the
you
ego
save
that
all
this.
your money.
No, this is where I mean, like at the end of the day. So the big reveal, like the big, like kind of reveal this movie is like who's Etienne. It's probably gonna be his baby mama. If it's not Ryan Reynolds, it's
That's
gonna be his baby
hilarious.
mama. No, I'm serious. I'm legit being serious.
Bro, I would laugh 1,000 years. Like, yo, I'd rather you be that a fucking AI than take all my money from child support.
And right now we have Mum Shaw having a good, my son, you cheeky bugger. And she's like, where's my cake? The one with the file. In it, I want a nice bit of C4.
I want to get out of jail.
No, I like her whole thing where she's like, I don't mind being banged up. It doesn't bother me. So it's like she did something post Fate of the Furious to get locked up, but then Fast 9, she's free again. I know at the end of this movie they kind of reveal that they're breaking her out, but like, it's. And now
some people go to jail to get their teeth fixed. Word to the locks.
I remember you, Owen, and Hattie. See that right there? If you have the subtitles on, that's the only mention and reference of Owen Shaw throughout the rest of this movie. They play up Hattie Shaw and like. Yes, again, we just saw it in Fate of the Furious. Even though I think this kid on the safe right here is supposed to be Owen Shaw, probably. The kid running in the background. So I think that's supposed to be him, Deckard, and Hattie. So let me explain this to you real quick. So Jason Statham currently is 54 years old. Luke Evans.
In real life?
Owen Shaw. Yes. Luke Evans. Owen
Wait,
Shaw.
he 54?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Don't react like Kevin Hart in the damn. My bad.
No, but that's crazy. 54. I thought he was like 42. Damn. That's crazy.
And then Luke Evans, Owen Shaw, is 42 years old.
That's possible.
And then Vanessa Kirby, Hattie Shaw, is 33 years old. So Jason Statham is 20 years older than Vanessa Kirby. And we're supposed to believe that they were running grifts. You know what your little scams and little grifts, robbing banks, blowing shit up, are supposed to have a childhood together. This man was already in the military when his sister was born.
But at the same time, listen, if you didn't tell me he was 54, I'm no selling that this man is on the screen. If you would have told me he was, if you would have not told me he was 54, I would have believed he was like 42.
Yeah, that's the thing with movies is that people who play younger than they actually are, and are supposed to be brother and sister, but who just walked in Banks? Who is now on our screen?
A guy in a bootleg movie I'm going to watch. Because I'm definitely
Ryan
going
Reynolds.
to theaters to see that.
So I think this was already after they announced that Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne Johnson were going to team up in the film Red Notice, which will be hitting Netflix later this year. Also with one Gal Gadot, aka Giselle from Fast and Furious through Furious 6. But this right here, this movie, and there's a scene later on of another cameo where Dwayne Johnson is on his Vin Diesel shit where instead of getting people from like Game of Thrones or Ruby Rose because she's got some internet buzz, I'm gonna get famous people from movies that I know are gonna help make this a bigger deal. And don't forget, the director of this movie is David Leitch, who co-directed the first John Wick, and then went on to direct Atomic Blonde, underrated, with Charlize Theron, and Deadpool 2, which has Ryan Reynolds as a star. So I think it was probably a tandem effort by David Leitch and Dwayne Johnson to bring in Ryan Reynolds as Locke. basically a poor man's Mr. Nobody.
Also, that's his homeboy, so his homeboy just happened to
That's
be
what I'm
famous.
saying.
So,
Yeah, it's like Ryan Reynolds. Again, Ryan Reynolds is like the king of banter, and again, this whole shitty thing about having the same tattoo and the best friends neck. It's just it's really
high
like
school jokes.
it's the cheap pops Ryan Reynolds is playing right now. His whole thing was that he was actually Van Wilder the whole time, like the quips and the snarkiness and the clever. But he's just over relied on it. He's then tried to prove himself that he can be a serious actor, which no one takes him seriously when it does that, unfortunately, because it
It's
ends up.
fucking Deadpool.
No, I mean, that's the thing. I think when Deadpool was like, "I'm Ryan Reynolds underneath the mask," I think he was like, "You know what? I'll just play this 24/7." Maybe he is that funny too. I don't know, or maybe he, like you said, he's Jimmy Fallon, and just oversells shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like the whole like Lucas, Rebecca, like come on, like that's not funny. It's like, do you have Brian Gewirtz writing this shit? Like how he wrote the Rock's promos? Yeah, see, like, do you remember Rhonda? Yeah, it still burns. Like, this is when I knew the movie was in dangerous territory when this happened. I was like, oh no, they got it. Again, Ryan Reynolds, I do like, but he had like it's like too much Ryan Reynolds.
Why do you like Ryan Reynolds?
Well, I do like
Why do you like him?
I do like Van Wilder. I do like Wayne.
That was 20 years ago.
That was 20 years ago. That was in the 3rd grade.
Great. I ain't seen that movie. No, I'm sorry. It came out like 03, 04. I ain't seen that movie since.
No,
then.
it's like 01. It's like maybe even 99.
So right.
It's definitely like 99,
no,
2004, 01. Let me see. But real quick, Rob Delaney lives in the UK, so that's probably why he did the scene, but also in Deadpool 2. Remember, he's the guy that doesn't have powers that joins Weapon X-Force.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he does the American Decker Chaw.
How are you, guy? How?
Yeah, legit. And he uses a pic again there. He posts like a Polaroid instead of just like, he's like, your sister's in trouble. Danger.
How did you get this Polaroid in 2019?
Van Wilder is 2002. Okay,
so 19 years. Exactly. He's been the same person for 19 years. You have not transformed into a new human.
Isn't that what DMX said? Like, I've been doing this shit for 19 years.
Want to fight me? Fight these tears.
Fight these tears.
Come on, bro. I bar that whole song.
You ain't gonna know what.
It's going. Come on.
Let it go.
I'm glad he got paid for that. Rest in peace to the dog. But putting that song in Deadpool was a bad mistake.
No, it worked out.
Well, it worked out for him.
Ryan Reynolds is in LA calling Rob Delaney, and they're having the whole like, didn't they just establishing that like, all right, did these guys just work together even though they hate each other? And the whole like, but my guy, he's gonna pull off. You know why? Because we've been best friends our whole goddamn lives. That's pretty funny. But otherwise, it's like, I don't even know you.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Or the Thanos. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, or again, the old time is Mariah Carey. I don't know her. You keep asking. I don't know her. Like, and again, like now this is like them in the ring with dual mics. It's Rock Austin 01. It's Rock John Cena 2012 talking shit.
Yo, he got the big ass shoulder pads like Vince McMahon.
Who?
Deckard Shaw.
Shaw.
Pads on.
No, I think it's just because he has the turtleneck. Probably doesn't go over that. I mean, underneath that blazer will. But you tell your mom I said, don't you ever talk about mom? Don't you ever talk about my mother? Which is like, why? He didn't meet her. He didn't meet her in Fate of the Furious. Vin Diesel's the one who should be like, your mom says hi.
And then the insults start. This is how you know you were right. It's Dwayne Johnson, not The Rock, because The Rock would have called him like a...
Nope. It's Brian Gewirtz's writing.
They should let The Rock do the insults then.
That's who created the Rock promos was Brian Gewirtz.
Then why he didn't do it here?
No, I'm saying he did because again, this is all shit. Brian Gewirtz. This is Brian Gewirz's wheelhouse. It's also Chris Morgan's. Like if you watch anything Chris Morgan has done, not Fast and Furious related, it's like this, and that's the great 2003 classic SWAT, 2004 Cellular, underrated movie, co-writer of Wanted, again underrated, which this movie basically is Wanted. And if you ever seen the show Gang Related, very short lived. The
Based
RZA.
on the movie, right?
No, it just shares the title. But it's basically a guy who's a dirty cop trying to be a good guy, but also work for the cartel. But the Riz is in it, so is Han, aka Sun Kang. But there are references where like the girl beats up a Asian guy. Is like, let's go. I'm gonna go Gangnam Style on your nuts with a taser or something like that. Which is like, you can tell that Chris Morgan, who wrote the Fast and Furious movie, wrote that pilot because he's the writer and creator of that short-lived show. But his version of humor is shit like that. So they just said they're not going to work with each other. They just said they're not going to work with each other. But we all know, come on. What we forgot to say is the bad music drops throughout this movie. It was Logic right after the opening scene, which is like, oh god,
stop! As soon as they played that, I said, "Bro, stop, please."
Which you know damn well that Dwayne Johnson listens to Logic. And I remember that one time Logic was like, when he was like lifting weights and went bald, he was like, "You can call me the Pebble" or something like that. I'm like, I'm gonna call you a bitch if you don't fucking stop. Like,
I'm gonna call you a bitch.
So right now,
he went off for no reason.
He's just annoying. I'd already told the story about
his biracial hair.
Yeah, and Betsy like this. Like, I'm on the next level. I'm like, oh my god! Like, who is doing the music for this? You said it last week, like but you said it last week that Hollywood needs someone to curate music for their films.
Oh yeah, I would have had City Girls in this. In this scene,
Ooh,
City
shit.
Girls was playing instead.
Do you love me?
Because I don't know who the fuck this is. This sounds like a fake Doja Cat, or I had Doja Cat pressure.
I was just so you say that, but you're like fake ass Doja Cat, but meanwhile Doja Cat. So his sister like has a whole fortress of like hidden gut. Like, imagine waking up one day, you just spent the night at this woman's apartment, and she has like that shit.
Well, I don't spend the night at women's apartment, so I wouldn't know.
Oh wow, you never done it?
No, I leave at 4 a.m.
Right
now. Nosferatu.
Right now, he's like, you got a lot of nasty people looking for you. She's like, are you nasty? Which, I mean, how many people can you say that about on Twitter that we know?
One. Because it's one.
Who?
I ain't going to air him out.
You know who. Shouts to Radio Boy Radio.
No, I was talking about X nasty ass. He was tripping last night.
Oh.
I don't know what was going on with him.
But this is so now again, side by side. The whole time until they actually team up, they have side by side fight scenes. We saw it earlier. We're seeing it again. Where Hobbs is about to take on Shaw's sister, Hattie Shaw. She beats his ass with a helmet coming up. That's pretty funny. Like, damn. Oh.
Hey, I'm getting tired of all these nut shots. People think that shit is cute.
No, it's The Rock. He's like, it's wrestling, nut shots, low blows. It's
cheat. Yeah.
It's good. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, because they used to
It's such good shit.
They used to hit him below a couple times. I ain't gonna say, look,
him grabbing the wig is like what the fuck? Like,
don't ever do that in real life to a woman.
I was just about to say, I've never pulled off the one time. I mean, not the one. I mean, when with Major Pain, I made sure to never pull it off all the way. I made sure just to lightly have my hands on it.
I wish that motherfucker would have flew off.
With the story. No, I'm talking about. I don't mean that story. There were times. I know the story I told you and Eve that one night. Yeah. This she breaks the bottle again. Like, this is wrestling, like fucking James Storm and Beer Money.
Right. Good reference.
Sorry about your damn luck.
Beer.
Which is basically like Owen Shaw. I mean Deckard Shaw right now with him and the three guys. Again, he's getting his ass kicked. But then later on,
Chris Harris, because Chris Harris used to always get his ass beat.
He's fighting with a toaster. Again, this movie too is also to show Jason Statham again is legit badass, like we said with Wesley Snipes.
Man, he used weapons. Stop.
Hey, come no. Later
the
on,
whole movie.
So does Wesley Snipes. Come on.
Nah, Wesley be up here running phase on the train.
No, I said Wesley Snipes does the same two moves. He does the same two moves. He blocks. He does the hand.
No, you ain't gonna bury Wesley Snipes on this goddamn podcast.
No. I'm just saying.
Legit martial artist. That's what you do. You ain't doing no fucking backflip combo like Eddie Gordo.
Right now, I can't believe that like The Rock is actually putting over Vanessa Kirby until he just like lifts her up with one arm. Come on.
She weighs 80 pounds. I can do that.
That is true. Yeah. But like she legit had him almost in like a Koji clutch. And then he's just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. And then with one arm.
Yo, what if he would have put her in the sharpshooter?
But again, his sharpshooter was terrible.
Exactly. She would have got out that shit.
And now we're in Etienne headquarters, which is where Brixton Law and his army of super cyborg soldiers are. And right now, as you said earlier, he's getting his what? Treatment?
The rock serum. Yeah, the rock serum. He getting them steroids, bro. This the stem cell steroids.
You got that steroid gimmick?
Yeah. This the British Bulldog. He had it before anybody. Then he smoked the crack to take the edge off.
Oh yeah, 100%. So right now, Hobbs has captured Shaw's sister, but he doesn't know she's Shaw's sister yet. That's the thing. And again, they're having their own banter back and forth. Like, you like to dance? You like the Macarena?
Do you like the milk, Dwayne?
What? Are you thirsty? Why do you ask?
Yeah,
because I've got some milk right here.
Yo, he really turned out to be a football player in hindsight. Because like football players be doing all them damn workouts. Bro.
What did I tell you the whole time? This man is pissed. His football career ended. That's why he has them Under Armour clothes now. He's like, my football collection for Under Armour. I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that. Get the fuck out of here.
SEC players are real good for that. Y'all motherfuckers be bench pressing 600 pounds just to get white women, bro. That's crazy.
In the South,
I don't work out to get no
for the conference,
bro.
It's
they
the
do all that for that.
It's Division I football.
Let's go get milk on 3, Alabama.
Alabama milkshakes.
Are you kicked out?
Okay, but again, like this.
I'm glad we just having Jeffa talk, yeah, because you can break this scene down if you want. This is him being the
no. I'm just saying, like, the break, like us putting up 30 is coming up. It's like right now, game just started. You can't go 0 to 60 in the first 2 seconds. Like you gotta. All right.
Yo, how one side of his face got a 5 o'clock shadow and the other side don't? He said, "Fuck it, I'm done shaving."
As someone who can't grow a beard, I can't criticize that.
That's wild, bro. He said, "Fuck it, I'm done. Let me get out the chair."
But see, now he's flexing like he's Scotty Steiner. We're on my freaks in New York City.
Scott Steiner was in this. This should be hilarious.
Holler if you hear me. Scott Steiner is probably Brixton's partner. That's who they should have cast. As like 2 to go, like 2 versus 2.
Well, he probably had the actual steroids.
Imagine Scott Steiner just doing belly to bellies in a fucking action movie.
He barely could move, so it makes it even funnier.
No, but that was every match. Like it was either like a punch or just belly to belly. But like 8 variations. You're getting over the head. You're getting the side to side. You're doing where I rotate twice and then throw it. You're getting over the top. I mean, off the top turnbuckle. But right now, she's kicking this guy's ass. Look at with a steel chair because this is wrestling. When you're Dwayne Johnson, it all comes back to wrestling.
She beating the fuck out of Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, I was just about to say he almost looked like the other brother from Top Flight. Darius, right? Or because Dante's the one wrestling, or am I getting them confused?
No, Dante is they
The
actually
one
from the
injured.
state you in right now.
Yeah, I know they're both from Minnesota. Yeah, and now again, I
No,
got The
Dante
Rock
is
doing
yeah.
the people eyebrow, because Luke Hobbs did that in all the movies prior to this one. He did not, at least not to that extent, because now
You
he's
see
not
the
Luke
baby
Hobbs.
monster in the background, right?
No, that's his sister apparently.
Hmm.
Don't forget, they do say that in Hobbs and Shaw that I mean, Hobbs, that in Fate of the Furious that like your sister's watching your daughter. So he has a sister, but he's turned his back on his Samoan brother. What kind of Dom Toretto shit is this where family matters, but then family don't matter?
Wait till he turns his back on his black brothers.
And right now, she's got him in, again, the Hell's Gate, the Go-Go Plata.
Yeah, he's a freak boy for that. She put the Frankensteiner on him. He like, all right. Like, you could literally toss her off. He like, no, I'm going to stay here for a minute. He moving like you.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
You figured out. He got this Red Dead Redemption 2 burner.
Yeah, so he's legit got like the fully advanced Magnum revolver. Like he's like in dirty hair. Like, tell me, punk. And then she's like, I am the virus, which is like white women or the.
Oh, you pod now.
I only said that for you, but again, so how do you just reveal that she's Shaw's sister because I thought he was that she was his girlfriend. He's like, bullshit. She's too good looking to be your sister. Like.
And they come through, my son.
And then here he comes, the star of the film, Idris Elba, aka Bloodsport.
Came through with the Call of Duty Black Ops.
100%.
No pun intended.
Bag the asset. He doesn't say it yet, but we're coming up on the greatest line in cinema history. And he puts a white woman over, like, aka what you just said, every guy at the combine.
Yeah. But nah, he doing it for a reason. We trying to get this virus up out of here. Okay, that doesn't sound right.
But they're running down the side of a building. We've never seen shit like this. I mean, granted, they do have like Gatling hooks and onto. It's not just like the suit makes you walk down the building, which would be dope. He's like 3, 2, on
now
3. We go. He's like, no one tells me what to do.
Now he was smart to do this, even though
yeah,
bro, if that shit keep going down, you would lunch me. But the fact that he's going down the rope being Hobbs barehanded, nah, bro, your hands.
But no, that's what happens when you spend 8 hours in the gym, clanging and banging. Your hands get tough.
I don't give a fuck. I don't wear gloves in the gym too. Let me jump down some ropes, bro. I won't have no hands.
And then George of the Jungle that shit. He basically does like Spider-Man. George of the Jungle meets Spider-Man. And crashes him into the glass.
Grabbing this 100-pound dude. That motherfucker shouldn't feel like a rag though.
Free falls onto another guy, catches him. They're not dead. Like the wire can sustain them. She wakes up, stops him halfway through, and they take like a Kota Ibushi type bump.
You're like, bruh, is she good?
Right on the glass.
You should be.
And then he jumps on top of him like Shane O'Mac in 01.
And he should be fucked.
Yeah.
Like a lot of deaths should have happened before they even got
But legit, Deckard Shaw is the only smart one. Like he used the elevator, comes down, whoosh, kicks ass. Again, because he worked with Etienne, or he can use their guns, and then the gunfire. You heard it on the intro.
In his hand.
Yeah. Now I take you to school, son. Then Idris Elba like,
He just became Floyd Mayweather. That's what Floyd Mayweather probably see in his head, bro.
Besides CTE. And what do we see? Deckard Shaw. It's been a long time. Good to see you.
We got to talk British throughout this whole segment.
Think you had a bullet there, son. Nice suit.
Nice suit.
State of the art. Last time I put a bullet in your head. Oh no, I was 3 last time. True the chest, one of the head. Just like the tallest, remember?
The tallest.
Friend. Oh, I ain't your friend. No. Alex says, no, I'm way better. Like, are you bitter or are you better? Again, and he sees, Shaw throws the old-fashioned John L. Sullivan punch. Like, Grenade! All right. So this is when they somehow constantly escape the custody of Brixton Lore throughout the movie. Even though this man can legit chase them down on foot if he wanted.
Right. Because you got super speed. Nah, bro. Your big ass can't fit in a McLaren.
Yeah, I just... Shaq, you know damn well don't fit in no Buick.
You got to use that. What he said, the cocoa butter to grease your ass in there.
Have you seen the behind the scenes photos of this scene? When they were making this movie? Oh my god, it's amazing. I'm gonna post it on at the BVD Pod on Twitter. It's outrageous. So like you said, Shaw's in his McLaren. No way in hell is Dwayne Johnson fitting in with him and Vanessa Kirby as well in that car.
Nah, bro. Like I've seen a McLaren up front. I would never drive one just because that shit seems dangerous. But yeah, I don't think you can fit in that motherfucker.
Just realized it today that right now the song playing is a remix of a song, I think by Cypress Hill, but featuring Idris Elba. And then like Idris Elba, not bad. He's got some lines. I know he's in the music as well. He's like a legit DJ. And a legit like musician. But again, hearing British rap to me is always hilarious just because like the accents and
I listen to it. Shouts out my son Unknown T.
I want to listen to it, but I feel like I would just be laughing 24/7.
No, they be getting off. I got past
I know.
Sometimes they be getting off.
But I'm legit like, what the fuck are you saying? What the fuck are you talking about? Bloody hell.
What goddamn language is that?
Are you spitting? Proper spit, proper good, ain't it? Proper lines. I got bars for days, governor. And again, he's got this motorcycle, and he's just like launches onto the brick wall. Right. Fucking, it's amazing. And he rides on top of all the cars. See, this is what you need to do in action movies. I'm not mad when action movies are like, that can never happen. That's the point.
Motherfucker, it's fantasy. Fictional characters. These are fictional.
Yes. Oh, I love you for that. Yes. We were talking about. I'm going to turn my camera on for a second. Fictional character. He does the hands like people that aren't real. Like,
right.
They're not talking about James and Bob. They're talking about Buttman and Chronic. And then this, all right, see, this is outrageous, but I still love it. He grabs a guy and then like throws his ass into the brick wall. Outrageous, but phenomenal. Oh god, this scene is again. And this is also a great. David Leitch, a legit stuntman throughout his career in Hollywood before he became a director, and knows how to shoot action very well. And Jonathan Stella, his cinematographer, was the cinematographer. I think all the John Wick films, as well as the David Leitch directed films that we mentioned, Deadpool 2, Atomic Blonde. And here we go. When this was in the trailer, I was like, let's fucking
his homeboy smashed into it. That's the first time I noticed that shit.
And here's the thing, just like in Furious 7, they show one in the trailer, but in the movie it's two. They show one building in the Furious 7 trailer. In the movie it's two buildings. In the trailer they show him sliding under one 18-wheeler, but it's actually two. And he legit slides on that shit like fucking a downhill skateboarder. And this is kind of like
in traffic is crazy.
In London traffic, well, double-decker buses everywhere. And he throws his helmet. Run after them! You are a super soldier. Like, you want a war then?
You got it.
Okay. All right. Again, and his performance just phenomenal. Like Idris Elba, always one of my favorite actors, and legit, he should be James Bond. Fuck all that racist shit. Nah, Idris Elba is James Bond. Make it happen. I already told you my James Bond idea, but they would never make it.
If he could play Knuckles, he could play James Bond. I'm just saying.
Oh my, we haven't even Sonic the Hedgehog.
Right. Tails. Yo, what if they shoot it that way and it'd be like Hobbs and Shaw?
Oh my god. It's Universal, isn't it? Isn't it?
I think it is.
I think. Let me double check that real quick. But right now it's like Shaw, big guy. I mean, Shaw, little guy, Hobbs, big guy. So right now they're gonna do what they did before, blackmail Hobbs and Shaw like they did Hattie Shaw, and then of course, just like in Bad Boys, shit just got real.
See, okay, so in Earth 2, as you say, they can do this. So why the fuck they can't do that in Earth 1 with the fast crew? It's 6 of them.
Okay. So my theory about Earth 2 is again that there's no reference of Owen Shaw, which there is one, but it's never like how come he can't help? I mean, he's just as badass as Deckard Shaw. And again, where is Mr. Nobody to like clear their names? I know he's in America, but also like he was helping them when they were getting God's Eye in fucking Abu Dhabi, as Prussia now the Emmanuel says in that accent.
Yes, sir.
It's located in a palace in Abu Dhabi.
Like they had to use Kevin Hart. That's the Mr. Nobody.
No, not nasty. Oh, don't get me started. And props to fucking Don Cheadle for he got cooked. To Kevin Hart. Just
hey man,
put him in the. He had him on the ropes.
Listen, real quick. This is a Don Cheadle appreciation segment. Real quick. Hey man, y'all gonna put some respect on his name sooner than later. His resume right there.
I mean, the Ocean's movies. Again, he's got a good British accent.
Yeah, bruh, he's a thespian.
I need it's a pinch. It's called. We just blew the whole bloody block up.
He got to go report his.
Now.
Oh, boss.
Okay,
we cannot see boss.
Real quick, recap. Shaw just elaborated the whole thing. Like, I'm a legit super spy. You're just a cop. You can't help us in this mission.
Thank you.
And then
you get paid right 50 grand a year.
And then back at Etion, meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, Deckard, Brixton Lore is talking to Ryan Reynolds' voice. It's not supposed to be Locke. They just said that Ryan Reynolds was doing the voice to what will be known as the Etienne director. Even though I still think at the end of the day, it probably will be Ryan Reynolds, based off the end credit scenes.
Yeah.
But again, the director's like, I want you to turn them, which is like, what do you mean by that?
Well, that's their choice. But
no, he
get the Fast 10. They're gonna have Ryan Reynolds. Think about this: Deckard Shaw and no Hobbs. Like, how do you go explain where Hobbs at? He's dead. Wait a minute, I just did another movie.
Just like George R. Martin. We'll get there. In Game of Thrones, like, they're coming.
Bruh, he been saying that new series supposed to come out like 3 years ago. The new book was supposed to come out years ago.
So, again, smart action movie plot, like, no, you guys are too good to work for the good guys. You should work for the bad guys. Like, that's the whole plan. Even Brixton's like, man, fuck him.
Right. I got a whole ass suit. I only need two.
Like, I do this shit again. Like I do this shit too. Like, what the fuck do you need them for?
The thing is, I like about him is like, yo, he only keep 2 dudes with him. He like, I do this shit on my own.
Legit. But again, now we have another Ryan Reynolds scene, and again, because The Rock's a great father, Dwayne Johnson's a great father. We have to have an obligatory another cell phone call of his daughter and his sister-in-law. But is this the mother's sister or who? Because again, he cut off.
I need to find out myself.
I just I was going to say something, but I thought better of it.
No, all right.
You're like, I see what Rikishi been doing. So is it running the family?
What do you mean by that?
And now we have Eddie Marston, who's notorious British actor. That guy, he's always in movies as kind of the slimy, great in Mission Impossible. Wow, fuck you. But he's an English actor doing the generic Russian accent. Like, the program I've developed, it's very, complicated in Mother Russia.
He's a communist. I told you.
When you said that last week, when you said that last week, he's a cop. But when I pointed out that the guy was now calling Hobbs, he's the cop.
Right. I could tell. Yo, they got to bring back Vince in Fast 10. Just bring him back from the dead.
Cyborg Vince.
Use the Lazarus pit.
Is that who's in control? Oh, that would be.
All right, yeah, we got to say that just in case Universal.
That's probably how they bring. Giselle is probably also involved in Etienne. Gal Gadot, she'll probably be involved.
Well, she sounds like a damn computer, so that makes sense.
Hobbs, why are you doing this? It's not like you to.
Pull the fucking plug from the server. Shut up.
No.
I thought she fell off the runway, that long runway.
The Carpenter's Arms. So even Shaw's got his own pub, which is basically like his own Fortress of Solitude / Batcave. Pretty cool. I like it. Nice little twist. Because that was the whole thing in the morning. It's like he started off his day eating. He started off his morning eating eggs and then going straight to the pub for a point. And he's got like again McLarens for days, like Dr. Dre has Air Jordans, and then of course, wink, wink. It's a job. It's for a job I use over in Italy. Shane, weightlifted bus driver. Even though F. Gary Gray didn't direct this, like I get it because, yeah.
That's all I'm about to say. Okay. So what if this takes place in the same universe as Italian Job? Mark Wahlberg is the enemy in more ways than one.
Oh my God! Don't you? But again, pain and gain.
Okay.
Are we cooking or are we cooking?
I think we cooking, bro. So it's the same universe as Pain and Gain, Italian Job. Either way, Mark Wahlberg is the enemy in more ways than one.
You've seen that Patton Oswalt Parks and Recs scene when he was like, we open up on Star Wars. It's Luke Skywalker. And then, oh, look, it's the Blackbird from X-Men. It shows up. Yes, it takes place because with the Reality Stone controlled by Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet, you can combine the Star Wars universe and the Marvel universe and have Tony Stark show up with Wolverine and Darth Vader and all of that. Like, that's what we're saying right now with the Fast and Furious movies and Dwayne Johnson and his Injustice League, I should say.
Oh, then you got to ask Shazam, too, because he Black Adam. And then Henry Cavill, who is part of $7 Productions.
Yep, and John Cena, who will be in the movie produced by Henry Cavill. I wouldn't be mad to see Henry Cavill versus Dwayne. That'd be a dope fight.
Well, we gonna see it in Black Adam.
Nah, we ain't go. You ain't gonna see shit. We ain't seeing shit.
If they have everybody that's included into it, go ahead.
This is when the comedy again. Brian Gewirtz is a secret co-writer for scenes like this. So she goes up in her disguise. He shows up in his disguise.
Finally, he puts something over his head.
and of course, Hobbs shows up in his disguise. Mike Oxmall. When you say it quickly, it's Mike Oxmall.
Oh, that's cute.
And all right, is Vince Russo on set somewhere? Because this sounds like some huge erection type shit.
I beg your pardon.
You know, Corporal Cajun, Lieutenant Loco. Major guns, because she's got huge knockers.
Yeah, he hate women, so that wouldn't be surprising.
But the whole time,
he got that little ass sweater on.
I will admit, Hobbs, Dwayne Johnson sells it pretty well. It's like, I go by Michael. Once he realizes it, like, oh, you son of a bitch. Like, he does it pretty well. Like, my name's Michael. It's Michael Oxmall. And then the guy's like, hold it right there, Oxmall. So now they're like, we don't need
wearing that tight ass sweater.
That, you know damn well The Rock, Dwayne Johnson showed up to that day like, I'm going to show everyone what clanging and banging looks like. Give me the tightest,
if you don't put on the
tightest sweatsuit that can fit on me. Again, like they had to sew that shit onto him.
Right. He had to put that shit on like it's a body cast.
And now we're having a good kind of then brother sister. She thinks he's a legit rogue agent, even though as we found out in Fear the Furious, there was kind of some reasoning for that. And same thing as in here as well, where Brixton's like, I'm the one that set you. It was me all along, Deckard.
It was me, Deckard. It was me all along.
F you. You're not John Cena. You can't just go around me saying F you like that. And now here he goes. He is looking at his milking magnesia.
Right. I get to sit next to her. She gets to come to the gun show. Don't say it's the gun show.
And then right now, again, he's doing the whole Dwayne Johnson shtick where, people like me. He's going to I like your babushka because The Rock is for old people. He's like, okay.
Selling the dream, man.
There is a line in here where I'm like, he's using that in his campaign ad.
The babushka?
No, it's at the because the Russian hope. That's good. That's clever. No, it's at the end where he's like, "Oh no, we don't believe in machines. We believe in people." Which is like that's a legit campaign. That's a legit camp. Dwayne Johnson, 2028. I believe in people, not machines. If you smell. Yeah.
If he run and that dude from Florida run for president, I'm getting the fuck up out of here.
All
way
right.
faster than I want to.
Okay. So now they're like, why are you trying to fuck my sister? My sister. That there is my sister.
If it's gonna be anybody, it's gonna be me.
That there my girl. They ain't gonna be having sex with my sister. It's gonna be me. And then he does the whole thing where I stick my foot up your ass, which is, callback. Just like driving underneath the 18-wheeler was a callback, obviously, to the first Fast and Furious movie.
The first time I've ever been on a plane like this was recent, where it's just like, yo, it's a big ass plane with a lot of seats in one row. And the thing is, we wasn't even going that far, which made it weirder.
Trying to impregnate your sister. It's like, wait, what?
I can't have her with half kids, Hobbs. Mom wouldn't allow it.
I'm just dreading
while she sleep.
Yeah, she's like, I ain't got time for this shit.
Are you? Is The Rock talking about fornicating with me?
Are you talking about shagging?
Are you talking about?
How about no? You're a crazy Dutch bastard. And then, of course, he has to put her over like she's the toughest, baddest, most capable woman I've ever seen in my life. And she chooses to look my way and climb this mountain of a man, which is, again, the whole, his version of, space mountain type shit.
That's how I knew he was MAGA. How the hell are you going to say a mountain of a man? This ain't 1970s.
Well, because on MAGA Mountain.
Oh, MAGA.
Not Mega Mountain. Not Three Ninjas at high noon at Mega Mountain.
Ironically, had a MAGA man on that. Hulk Hogan. That's hilarious. Let me start speaking about his name, because usually when we talk about somebody, they manifest.
You about to summon his ass. I was just about to say, what's up, brother? Oh,
I beg your pardon.
And here is another reason why I was like, oh my God, I hate this movie already. It's Kevin Hart, y'all.
How he showed up too.
I'm just like, fuck my life.
Botchamania.
Yeah, the Shockmaster.
You know how they have Taz? No, they be having Taz show up, and it'd be like the little Oompa Loompa. It's Taz. That was
yeah. And my name's Dinkley. What'd you say, Dinkley? Because and of course Kevin Hart has to put over Dwayne Johnson because Central Intelligence. That movie was horrible. Them on Instagram was the only thing that was good about that whole movie. When he's shooting in Central Intelligence. Hey, shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. I'm shooting my video over here. I'm shooting my video. That was good. The movie.
And the Jumanji videos. That was better than the movie. That's crazy.
And I've never seen Jumanji, the true Jumanjis they've done. But again, he's doing the whole how much you bench? Bet you, yeah, so do I. Slinging weight, clanging and banging. Come on, Kevin Hart. He is. Oh, I hate Kevin Hart so much.
Why do people hate him? I don't really particularly have a
It's
problem
because
with him. He says
it's
some
not-
stupid shit, but I don't really have.
It's that, and he's not as good as he thinks he is. We've said it before briefly. I think it was when Son of Mars was on. Shouts to Ben.
Stop eating
Like, so
Arby's.
he reuses the same material. Like, and Think Like a Man, he has that shit about like, dude didn't even wash his hands. And then the Kevin Hart video for the J. Cole song, he does that same fucking scene with a guy in the bathroom who's like, "It's all right, Kevin," and he's like,
To be fair, I'll give
No,
J. Cole bad
no,
material too.
"Well, all right, now you talking, now you talking my language, now you talking my language." But then we're supposed to believe that Kevin Hart, is again in this movie because his buddy is in it, and then now we're supposed to believe that he's some special forces unit. Like, come on,
You upset, but watching Hobbs and Shaw 2, he'd be like one of the stars. I'm telling you, he'd
No,
be part of this unit.
Hobbs and Shaw Part 2 is going to be Ryan Reynolds and Kevin Hart are going to be on the crew. Yes, they're going to do something, either avenge Owen Shaw's death or something.
Who gonna kill Owen Shaw? That's the question.
Probably Etienne. So Ryan Reynolds or Gal Gadot or whoever the actress that will play the mother of Joy Johnson's child.
I was gonna say Roman Reigns, but all right.
But yeah, that whole scene just was that's when I was like, I am disappointed by this movie. I was like, it was bad enough for the Ryan Reynolds, then he had to pull in Kevin Hart. No.
You know how they do verses? They got to do that with Kevin Hart's and Ryan Reynolds movies.
Ooh, that's a good one.
No, it ain't.
No, in terms of, because like realistically, again, they have weak filmography, so it's like, but Kevin Hart does have an all-time movie scene with 4-Year-Old Virgin.
He has Paper Soldiers.
But yeah, and now
So he gonna win.
Again, he's got a fucking flamethrower right now. Why didn't you bring that on the mission? Now they're in Moscow.
Elon
Your
Musk
man,
like, he copied my whole flow.
where's your man Hobbs? That's who will be the villain. Hobbs Bula in like some mech suit in a Gundam fighting Dwayne Johnson.
And then we have El Presaria right here.
I was just about to say
Spanish.
The woman who legit was trying to steal Klay Thompson away from his woman.
His current woman?
Yeah. Laura Harrier.
Oh, he would have been a fool. Shorty right here bad, but she ain't her.
Oh, it's a close fight.
No, sir. Shorty from Spider-Man? No, sir. I'm going with her.
But look at Isaac Gonzalez at the Oscars when she was in that yellow dress. Women should always wear yellow because it's like we saw Bianca Belair in yellow. Just women should always wear yellow.
Listen, they both in the same weight class, so
this is Jason Statham. Like, all right, I'm going to put myself over. Like, I'm going to just have Isaac Gonzalez make out with me.
He ain't no real freak bull. I would have had her kiss the top of my hairline that's receding.
But she's supposed to be, again, she'll be part of the team in the next one as well. This movie was to set up its own mini universe of Hobbs and Shaw missions. So they got Isaac Gonzalez, who they probably think is going to play a bigger role. They got Ryan Reynolds as a cool cameo, but one day he'll join up. They got Kevin Hart, cool cameo, and he'll join up. So Dom's family can go against Hobbs' crew. Not at the same time. I'm just saying, like, we have the family, and then we have the Hobbs and Shaw team.
You're sure?
Like,
she ain't touching what's the name from Spider-Man.
Laura Harrier?
Yeah, she ain't.
Laura
She
Harrier.
ain't touching her. She ain't even got no ball body, and she bad.
But do you not remember when she was like legit trying to steal Klay Thompson away from?
I honest to God truth didn't know. You sound like the shade room right now.
That's where it was being reported, but she was legit like in his comments or something like that.
Oh, she was shooting her shot open. Okay,
brothers. It was legit. I hope anyone who is listening can also remember. I think Antonio, or because that's his type of. He's already alluded to Isaac Gonzalez.
What do you mean by that?
No, he said it before, and when Godzilla Kong versus Kong. Oh, come on, we ain't going there. No, you ain't gonna know. but now she's the one who's giving them all the gear. Lady M, I think, is what, or Madam M, I think Lady M,
Yeah, man, he gotta start with this tight ass shirt shit. All right, bro. I know
well,
they
basically they got
2X, 3X.
Well, no, it's one, they got some Nocta gear. This is like very Nocta-esque. But yeah, Dwayne Johnson again. His whole thing is like, what's the tightest size you have? They're like, here we go. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna need it one size smaller. And they look at him like the island when he says, I'm closing down the studio. Like, what? Again,
I said
so
I
now
was gonna start wearing tight ass shirts. I got one tight ass shirt. That shit is not cute.
The fact that you said it's not cute, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong?
Shit, bro, my gut be going through that motherfucker.
Seeing it, Idris Elba just shows up, staring right at her. He's like, if you're lying, cut your heart out.
Senorita, do you like my grilla?
Senorita, or Vince Staples. Senorita.
Whichever one you prefer. Do you know the one with Vince Staples and Future?
Yeah, that's what I just said. 9mm.
No, you didn't do the hood.
I'm still running fuck out the features. It's too. I can't rap as fast as Future does on that. Fuck your dead homies. No, fuck your bread homies.
Going.
All my dead homies. I'm in Artesia. I'm in my Beamer bumping my own shit.
That's insane.
What?
This man really know it.
Stuck with a Mac with a long clip. I can get. No. What else does he say? I'm trying again. All right, now they're in a fighter. So basically, a little Top Gun. This is the equivalent of "I hate you, Tish."
Is that?
Again, Tyrese was watching this. He probably paid opening day to go see this movie and walked out like you did. Like, man, fuck this shit.
His cheap ass ain't paid for it. He got a bootleg.
But school, he probably got a screener.
Who giving him a screener so he could seeing it on Instagram?
When you're in like the Actors Guild or I think it's more Producers Guild. So
no, it's true. No. You actually, if you in SAG, you actually get the screeners. But at the same time, with him, he probably like, yo, you see how much he posts on IG? He would have gave us a breakdown like it's fucking John Madden film.
Oh, he would have been like you and me hating on it from the start. Yeah, he would have had a podcast about it.
Capture this. That's all he be saying on IG about some weird shit. It'd be 3 a.m. Capture this. How about you go to sleep, motherfucker?
So really, right now we're kind of getting the breakdown of like what's the whole point of the virus, and Brixton is essentially like Thanos. Like the world needs less people.
This is
and
they pod now.
Yeah, legit. He's like, but also they need people who are basically robotic. So it's like, oh, he's not. So again, like everyone's like, you know what, Thanos was right. The world is overpopulated, and that's what's killing it. His whole thing is, again, kill the weak ones, and then only the strong survive. And the strong will be us with the basically advanced warfare type bodies.
So anybody get the vax, we're gonna become robots?
All right, is that what you're
awesome.
saying, right? Are you kind of like M. Night on the old shit where like if you take this medicine, it's gonna fuck you up?
No, I think it's gonna make us superhuman because I've actually gotten stronger since I took my first shot. And I run 6 miles now. I ain't mad if I ain't running 20 miles a day.
I was just gonna say, Matt Damon, I'm on your ass. That's you when you run 6 miles.
That man do 20 miles a day.
He's running at 40.
He out of here. Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, so right, they got the quarterback wristbands on too. The quarterback armbands. Again, see, right now The Rock has the shitty version of the Brembo tattoo. This is how you should have known things were headed for the worst. I hate
got that Illuminati one.
And here's again,
Bull looks so pissed off now.
Here's why these two get along and why Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson don't get along. Because Vin Diesel wants to kick everyone's ass, the tall guy and the small guys, as we saw in Fast 9 when he just goes full like Max Steel when like the turbo or the energy hits, and just beats
That's
everyone.
why. I don't care
What do you
if The
mean?
Rock 270, bro. Russians, whatever these motherfucking Eastern European people are, they got chins, yo. They could take some
Oh yeah,
hits.
that motherfucker looked like a real life Frankenstein without the green. Yeah.
Yeah, they got superhuman. That let this be a lesson to everybody that's listening. When you think it's somebody, when you think you the biggest motherfucker on the planet, it's somebody always bigger and better than you.
Well, I mean, don't
grandma
forget
used to
that's what
always say that.
That's what Obi-Wan says in or Qui-Gon Jinn in the Phantom Menace. There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah.
When the
My
one
granny
monster
used to always
chasing
say that.
gets eaten by, wow, George Lucas stole some shit from your grandma. That son of a bitch. That some bitch.
You're right. That's old school logic though. Like,
Which-
bro, anytime
which
you
we
think you're
glossed-
big and bad, somebody bigger than you.
Which we glossed over in that first scene when Hobbs and Shaw are cut promos on each other when Hobbs was like that, and when Shaw's like, that's some bitch in your language.
And it was a subtitle too, which is hilarious. I had to
Yes,
come up.
because again, you don't say son of, no one's a son of a bitch in these movies. They're a some bitch.
My favorite line still from Hobbs, woman, I am the cavalry.
Not. You think you got like, wait, oh my god, I just realized. Remember Fast Five? Ain't like you got a goddamn choice, boy. Fate of the Furious. I got no choice.
No, that shit had me in tears. I sent you the comment last week when somebody
doing?
said Fate of the Furious. Somebody said, I'm sorry,
Again,
I know it's supposed to be serious comments.
Vin
but
Diesel's
it's hilarious.
real voice. My doing?
So I thought we were the only one laughing at that. Somebody in the comments like, I know it's supposed to be serious, but him saying that is fucking hysterical.
And here he is in his full like fucking, and he's like, "We knew you were coming."
Yo, she was like, you ever play The Legend of Zelda?
No.
Okay, well, she looks like Link from Zelda, the main character.
Tomorrow morning, Lionsgate will announce The Legend of Zelda starring Vanessa Kirby will go into development. I guarantee you. Is that Link a girl?
No, it's a boy.
Okay. Zelda's a girl, right?
Well, yeah, the Princess Zelda. But in this era, maybe.
Yes. No, because everyone
Link
always
is
thinks
a
that
girl.
Non-binary, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, you see the era we in.
Mm-hmm. But
in my old days, he was a boy.
Okay,
just like a Gabriel. But now it's just, what if he wants to be non-binary? All right, I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna play the game.
Yeah. No, I just think is that there's always a thing where people think like Link is Zelda, but then Zelda's another princess, and then that whole thing with like.
Well,
so
you
this
don't
is
know
a weird
shit about video games.
I was just saying like that's where like, oof. You hear that? That's legit. Like grinds your gears. But now this is like the weirdest torture ever constructed. So they're gonna. So basically, this is like Shane McMahon 2003.
That's what I was just about to say. Yo, that shit. Yeah, Vince really ain't seeing heaven, bro. He had his son get his balls.
See, this is why no one should be shocked that he's fucking up NXT for Triple H. Like this man was like, "All right, Shane, you don't know what's going on today, but you know, I am. Let me put on my glasses real quick so I can put them on the bridge of my nose." See, Shane, you're in this program with Kane, and basically he's gonna electrocute your nuts off. Shane McMahon's like,
what?
He's like, and the Vince was like, "Yep, see you later, pal." But yeah, no, like they're gonna. So he electrocutes them, and then he doesn't like only a man can withstand 3 tons. Task Force Black. You remember that deck? Man, we'd have seen the worst in people, worse in our countries, our leaders, our enemies, our friends.
Yo, hot take. They stole Kanye's whole wardrobe throughout this whole movie.
No.
He's
no, just like everything else, he jumped on that wave.
Kanye was dressing like this during Yeezus.
No, not to this extent. He's dressing like this now. When he's in the rafters of Mercedes-Benz.
He did have that jacket on, like the bulletproof vest on like this, like the Rock.
It's stay
Bruh,
easy.
We're gonna talk about it off air, bro. Because like I said, I'll get on Twitter in the morning, then I'll sign off, and then I'll get back in the evening. Yo, this people that's listening, yo, just whether you love him or hate him, he's one of those people. Like, yo, when he's out of here, y'all gonna appreciate him, bro. We'll never have another one like that.
And right now, unnecessary shock to the system, which makes me think of Undisputed Era. Shock the system. Basically, that's the voice of Etienne who's doing the shock the system.
As long as it ain't Cal O'Reilly cutting a promo for Etienne.
Hey, fuck you.
Great worker, little guy, great worker, can't cut the promo. Adam Cole, little guy, great worker, can cut a promo.
People cannot be trusted to do the right thing. He's just like, again, he is right. Like, again, like you two hate each other. This movie is also basically the Rock and Sock connection.
Yeah, they should have had Jason Statham walk like Mick Foley.
Have a nice day.
Right. Jimmy, let me tell you the time when he said I jumped off the roof.
He's like, your mama. Like, come on, Dwayne. Your mama jokes in 2019. Like,
my mother. She was a rather swell gal.
Oh, no, they would say, what's some of their terminology? Oh, God. Proper shag. But and this is when he says it right here.
Is he always in Atlanta?
Who?
Cody's right.
Look at me. I'm Black Superman.
Damn, he just like me. What's that meme I always using?
The more machine I become, the more human I am. Dun, dun, dun. But again, like this whole scene is just why is Brixton doing this? It's all, exposition, all that, and him trying to convince them to join me. Together, we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
I ain't gonna hold you. If you got all these blowers that's fired, that's AI connected.
Like, why not?
Yeah, you got all these goddamn power suits, like you fresh as hell. You got a British accent and most importantly, you got a grill and a motorcycle that can go through trucks. I'm gonna join, bro. I would have been like, yeah, I'm all in, bro. Give me these steroids.
It's legit. Like, say less. Like, it's like as soon as you show me the motorcycle, I'm like, oh yeah, we're doing what now? Okay.
Like, yo, imagine I'm already swole if I'm Hobbs, and I got the extra steroids. Like, yo, I'm the Hulk.
The whole Black Superman thing that really got me. And this is again their whole plan is to go. You're such a diva. This movie is secretly also about throwing shade at Vin Diesel. No, but later on, especially in regards to Brixton, I think Vin Diesel sees himself as some unstoppable cyborg in these movies. But two normal human men, can kick his ass if they work together. But see, much like, again, if you watch Tango and Cash, please do so to understand, like, legit. A lot of the sarcastic dialogue and back and forth banter between Hobbs and Shaw is legit lifted from that, along with, like, no, that's my guy. I'm going to beat that guy up. All right, go ahead. Like, you know what? I'm going to take that guy over there. It's the same. Even some of the set pieces are designed. Again, the one guy falling for the other guy's sister, them being framed. It's legit Tango and Cash, but Hobbs and Shaw. Again, all right, so if you shoot him right now, he ain't gonna. Isn't his head like a steel plate in it?
Right.
I'd be like, well, even though she can't shoot him, but I'd be like, shoot me, bitch! Like, I don't give a fuck. He was blocking bullets with his hand earlier. And see, now they decide just to rip out of the handcuffs, just like all that stalling. And he's legit got the flamethrower. He got the flamethrower.
He like JR. Oh,
I ought to sue your ass. You got Kane set me on fire. I ought to sue your ass. God damn it.
Damn it.
Which that's Neil Moritz when Universal kicked him off of this movie. The producer who produced all of them up until this point, they were like, gonna do Hobbs and Shaw about him. He's like, wait a minute, no, I'm gonna get my cut in there. Universal's like, the fuck you ain't? Like, and like they kicked him off. I don't think he even produced Fast 9. And he produced, a lot of the big horror movies in the late 90s, early 2000s. I Know What You Did Last Summer, Cruel Intentions, shit like that. And they just shake-canned him. See, even he just pulls like the gun out. Like it's so slick and stylish. He's just charisma.
She Laura Croft.
Pretty much.
Yo, he really think he agile. Yo, bro, you 270, bro. You wasn't doing this shit.
We saw what happened. We saw when he jumped off the top rope at WrestleMania 28 when he tore that fucking quad. Or abdomen, I think. I can't remember which one it was. He tore the abdomen. I think it might have been the abdomen in the first match. And the second one, he tore the quad. Yeah.
Because he had to get emergency surgery.
Yeah. Because he was so gassed the fuck up.
I tore my quad twice.
Again, they got the supersized go-kart.
Nah, all right, bro. You right. Kanye still in shit because he got them goddamn.
I told you he gets on the wave and then I told you before, someone had that good tweet of like every album is based off of someone else first. Yeah. But then Kanye takes it not like in like maybe he takes it like he realizes that some bitch really is Black Superman. That's the title of the episode. There we go. Write that down before I forget.
No, I got you. Some bitch.
Yeah,
it's really Black.
Because I'm like it was either gonna be just I'm Black Superman, but that some bitch really is a lot better. Again, his whole thing is he always has to drive like the biggest. I get why, because he's the size of a fucking mountain, but he legit always drives like the biggest cars in these movies. And Shaw's
like spending money on gas.
Well, hold on. Again, I always like these all-terrain vehicles. These kind of like upgraded dune buggies. And he's basically got like Jarvis for a helmet. I mean, he's basically got Jarvis in his body too.
Beg your pardon?
Oh my god. All right, again, this is the probably most outrageous thing in the Fast and Furious movie yet to date is coming up right here. Not him driving through the drone, through the building and not dying in the explosion. That makes sense.
Once again with the Kane entrance.
No.
This is definitely one of the best. Yo, they should have made this a ride. Fuck the Fast and the Furious ride.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the ride, the go, like right here. So he is about to do like all right, how many rotations we got here?
Do a barrel roll.
He does a kickflip in a go-kart while he shoots a drone out of the sky. Phenomenal shit. Again, phenomenal action movie shit. What would you say?
That's some Star Fox. Do a barrel roll. Slippy, get down. You never played Star Fox, but those that's listening.
Nah, I know about it. I just never really played it. No. You think they should make that a movie?
Star Fox. Somebody on YouTube made like an episode, like an animated series of the show, and I guess Nintendo said, "Yeah, stop." But because that shit was fire. Damn. Yeah, that shit looked real good. They should have made a show out of that.
And much like a movie that came out earlier this year in 2019, Spider-Man: Far From Home, they're currently fighting drones as the villains.
But the drones in Spider-Man: Far From Home was made from the stink of Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, we're not going there. We're not my guy Jake Gyllenhaal really let me down with that.
Yeah, wash your ass 2 to 3 times a day. I love it. Like, I'm about
So
to
just like in
just
Furious
come out, take
7,
a shower.
the goal is to throw the woman from car to car? Like, make that make sense?
Just like real life.
Oh my God. And then he's got her and is like,
Milk. I grabbed it.
yeah,
Does a body good?
got milk?
No.
Because you got cookies. And here we go. Fucking dope as fuck. Ah. That's just amazing. He legit
I can't wait
slides into a motorcycle that is like, oh my God, shit's amazing.
That's some Transformer shit.
Legit.
I know what you're thinking. He sound like us. Except for I ain't doing no crazy ass stunts yet.
And again, so they just ollie onto the bed of this truck.
With a fucking the Kanye truck. Or
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call it. I know it's like a fucking sand.
With the Yeezy cart.
Yeah, there you go.
And then he does some Travis
one of the best
Pastrana
things in
type
movie
shit.
history come up.
All right. Showdown of the century. Round 2.
One of the best scenes in movie history. Fuck all
legit,
that.
just like describe his fight style. It's
fuck all that. That's the fight style. I mean,
the only person
steroids. I got a suit.
He's like, he tries to throw a fucking crate of fucking missiles.
Stop.
He's like,
this was beyond cap. I was like, all right, bro.
He's like, I thought you were strong, which is like, oh, is that all you got,
bro? That's beyond cap. Y'all know how heavy a missile is?
Yeah.
But once again, it's fantasy. But still, the point, you're not picking up a missile with one hand. I don't give a fuck how much you bench press.
The only person I legit think could take on Brixton Lore one-on-one is Ben Affleck's Batman from BBS when he takes on the entire warehouse crew by himself.
Because he's breaking people's fucking necks.
Yeah, well, and stabbing dudes in the nuts.
Yeah.
But see, again,
I thought you were about to say Brock Lesnar, because Brock Lesnar would have beat the fuck out of him.
Oh, that too. Again, that
should be the villain.
They get away, and he doesn't run them down. They're on the same fucking place. They're in Chernobyl or wherever they are. Like, run, like, you know where they are. They can't run. This is where I get mad at, like, the false finishes don't make sense. It's like he's literally able to keep up with him because he's got all the technology to do so.
Yo, the fact that they saying, you know what, we gotta go to the other side of the globe. This motherfucker is
the fact that they're saying we gotta go to Samoa of all places.
I ain't gonna lie, I got cooked.
It's a, man, how the hell my own?
Like, bro, it's so bad. We gotta go to the other side of the globe to get away from this motherfucker. He still find us.
It's again, I referenced it before because I discovered it a couple months ago. But it's the Martin Lawrence, like, damn, did he hit you as hard as it looked? Because shit.
Every time you bring that up, I'm like, yeah,
I like to order a number. I like to order a number. They're like, damn, like, what do I say when my man gets his ass kicked like, dang, just it's legit like, dang, you got your ass kicked. Like,
should we do a watch on the Bad Boys 3? Because 2, it's like, bro, every line it's a bar.
Oosa. 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 Man was getting head from the fucking therapist and going, ooh, my God. See, again, that man is Michael Jordan. You can't tell me he's not Michael Jordan. And now we're in Samoa.
It was Miami.
And they're playing, right now they're playing the Samoan version of the from the Vin Diesel theme song. This is the Samoan version.
You know what pissed me off about this? You had Roman Reigns instead of the Usos.
Because the Usos, I legit would be able to believe that they could beat out Brixton by themselves. Because 1, they're Samoan. 2, they're crazy. Jey Uso has the look of a crazy person. and then Jimmy Uso will just like fuck you up. I think.
Just give him a car. He's fucking
But
cooked.
Jey Uso legit looks like what the evil twin is supposed to look like.
They gonna spam the fuck out the super kick. He gonna be he gonna be losing.
No, he'll be able. He's gonna be like, I know, because again, he's able to see everything before it happens. He's like, I already know every move you're gonna do. It's 18 super kicks, block, 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 block.
No, after about 3 of them, he's like, fuck it, I got it.
But again, we just had another Kevin Hart scene. He's how they got to Samoa. Ah, God.
Yo, this movie stressed him out. His gray hair came up.
Who?
Kevin Hart.
No, that was just him being a fucking philanderer.
Bro,
And lying about it.
42.
Again, he had the audacity. Damn! Like Kevin Hart, just because you 4 foot doesn't mean you're young.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like people like, yo, he legit 42. I've been in this game for years. I ain't gonna start doing Biggie lyrics. This shows you, no matter how swole you are, yo, a parent can put fear in your heart.
I thought you were gonna say like, at the end of the day. Well, again, like he says it like it doesn't matter about the size of the dog in the fight, just the size of the fight in the dog with this like weird Samoan accent that Cliff Curtis is doing. Cliff Curtis is legit. Cliff Curtis is Hollywood's go-to guy for any ethnicity that isn't white, black, or Asian, because he does Hispanic in Training Day. He does Middle Eastern for Asian technically. It is Asian, I guess, for Avatar: The Last Airbender, and now he's doing Samoan, as they say.
What? That's what I was like confused. I'm like, bro, I thought he was Mexican.
He's legit a man of all races. He's AKA what Vin Diesel wants to be.
Vin Diesel, he copied my whole fucking flow. El Familia.
And of course, The Rock's like, no, it's always about the size of the dog because he's, bigger than everyone else. The mom throws a fucking.
That's about right. Yo, the mom got a lot of kids, bro.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say, like
the mom got the fire. She got a lot of kids. Yo.
Fucking hell.
She got more than one kid. That means fire.
See, this is in the whole story of the Hobbs family is where I'm like, this takes place on Earth too. We're supposed to believe that this guy is a lawman from the South because he's talking like this, boy.
He said now so now he ain't from the South no more.
Well, no, I'm saying like because we've documented. That's the whole point of Fast Numbers to document the evolution that Dwayne Johnson had over the character of Hobbs after the 6th one. Because again, Furious 7, he's officially Dwayne Johnson because he does the rock bottom in it. He's watching the footage of Dwayne Johnson sacking Charlie Ward in college. It's Dwayne Johnson playing Dwayne Johnson the last 2 movies. And they basically should call this Dwayne Johnson, the movie, featuring Jason Statham as an amalgamation of every role he's ever played.
Yo, this is the entire Pittsburgh Steelers team, yo.
Or any USC squad from 06 to 2011.
Exactly, bro. Most of them probably from Long Beach, Pomona. Like, yo, y'all winning.
The city with the skinny Kevin Strong heat.
Legit. Like, bro, I'm trying to see, like, yo, who's the safety?
Well, the one guy in the red Samoa hat is a football player. Was a football player.
No
I think
shit.
Also
what else he gonna do? Work at Target? Yo, it's crazy to think that Brian Cage goes through this every night before he goes to sleep.
Oh my god, that's
Or they trying to fix his back with Shawn Michaels. That's how his eyes be getting twitched up. The robots be fixing his back like that.
No. That was all Jesus. That was all the Lord helping Shawn Michaels. And
the Lord works in mysterious ways, but he didn't do that to his eyes. He got to stop capping.
You will know. My name is the Lord.
Bring me back my virus. Very poor choice of words.
Yeah, especially these days. Maybe
That's
this
what I'm
movie
saying.
predicted. This movie is 2019. What happens? 8 months later when Fast 9's supposed to come out. Oh my! See, this is Dwayne Johnson sabotaging Vin Diesel. He's like, I'm going to create a virus that's actually going to happen in real life.
Oh, you pod now. I was gonna say Vin Diesel created the virus. I built this, me.
Oh no, Vin Diesel
And
is
I
the guy who's like,
destroyed it.
no, because Vin Diesel's like the only way we could stop this virus is with family. But Vin, we can't see our families. You can always see wherever you are. You're with family.
Motherfucker, we can't. We on Zoom drinking Corona.
Which is funny because in Thor Ragnarok, Idris Elba as Heimdall is like, Asgard's not a place, it's a people. Which is basically Asgard is family.
They shouldn't have Vin Diesel play that.
So apparently Luke Hobbs' dad was a thief, and then he turned his dad in. Then his brothers cast him out.
Oh yeah, he is America.
And
he's cool.
He's a cop.
He's a coon.
Fuck around, we'll spit up. You didn't have to say that.
Turn in Rocky Johnson.
Rolling over in his grave.
Rocky Johnson. All right.
Yeah, so they do custom cars, and of course, with nods to the previous movies and the locales, the choppers are going to Tokyo. That car is going to New York, where they just were in Fate of the Furious, and then London, of course, because Fast 6 and where we just were. So it's trying to say it's in the same world, essentially. Because, again, Chris Morgan left the Fast and Furious movies to come and do Hobbs and Shaw movies, essentially. And, of course, look, a remark, it must be spray on. Because, again, nothing fits this guy. You got weapons. You got weapons. Wow, the bloody weapons.
We got sticks and axes.
Yeah, I would say, like, if they ever did, like, Assassin's Creed Polynesian, they'd use weapons like that.
Bruh, just use Roman Reigns. That's it.
Which,
That's
again,
the only way
again, what's his purpose in this movie? To be in the background and don't say shit.
Yeah, get a check. Legend.
And, of course, what's on The Rock's shirt? The number 7. Oh, I wonder why.
Because it's seven family members that could be defensive back. I'm gonna get a $7 production shirt. It only comes in the small, apparently.
If you make your own $7 shirt, I still believe that if you and I were to start a production company or like a company for the pod, I would call it $750 Productions. Because
$750.
It's $750. It's 50, not 50.
50.
And also, like, a fuck you, like, our production is worth 50 cents more than yours, Dwayne Johnson. I'm 50 cents richer, which is like
Cavill on there.
And I know he just got Emily Blunt.
Company.
He just got Emily Blunt earlier this week.
Oh God! Oh man, they're all stars.
What did I tell you? He and Emily Blunt hooked up because he was like, people love this white woman. I might love this white woman, but she got a man. I'm gonna wait my turn, see how it plays out.
So he respected the milk. That's crazy. That's the least.
And Emily Blunt is looking like Hattie Shaw in real life now, with like the well, not just right now, like the last couple of years, with the dyed blonde hair and the with the dark roots.
So he like expired milk that.
So he's supposed to make this super high-tech machine with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
While listening to AirPods.
They watch those too. Hey, fuck AirPods. By the way,
That's
one of the worst investments I ever made in my life.
There goes our Apple deal. Even though I am currently using AirPods, but
fuck them. My shit don't even, man. Them motherfuckers don't work. I'm like, bro, see, that's why I stay with the Chinese products from Amazon. And they got bass in them. Fucking AirPods don't have no bass. I don't give a fuck about no Dolby Atmos. That shit sound horrible.
So right now we're just really getting like kind of, I'd say, one of the worst versions of like gearing up / building the like device. It's just really dumb to me. Like the prepare the stations.
What
Like,
can you make
the
with a 3D
walls.
printer?
I don't know. Fucking plastic shit.
Don't get that to some lonely ass women.
I just about you just read mine. I'm like, I bet women be using it for the
The gimmick. Give me that plastic gimmick. They go Rocky Johnson in the back.
I just said they got posters of 48 Hours, Cobra, and Lethal Weapon 2, I believe. Or was that Lethal Weapon 3? Either way. Back to back like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon.
So he
So
did
right
pay
now-
it. I just now noticed that he paid over to his pops that way. Even though it should have been bigger picture, but you know, that's neither here nor there.
Who's his pops? Danny Glover?
No, he had Rocky Johnson in the background. You didn't notice that?
No. I didn't see that at all.
I promise you, when we done, go back and look at it. He was in the left-hand corner, the little picture. You got the taco meat. So what do you think about my small $7 shirt?
Whoa, I was like, where are you going with this? I'm like, you gotta relax.
Or the people's strudel, as I used to
Because
say.
don't forget, Johnson, what are the John Cena? All right, I know you might be familiar with Dwayne Small Johnson.
I would have said, what do you mean by that? How do you see me? I can't see you, but how do you see me and know about my Small Johnson?
Basically, they're having a whole like, I can't believe I turned my back on my own brother. It's like, I just want to fuck you. So let's get through this. And I like white women.
Can't get my ass kicked by.
I am horny. That's him in the scene.
No, you about to get your ass beat and you horny is wild, yo.
Nah, I can understand it.
And this is kind of coonery. You on the Isle of Samoa kissing a white woman. Ain't that a bitch?
No, it's just like it's really just forced, like in a Tango Cash way where like she kisses him and it's like the brief like, and he's like, you want to kiss again? She's like, hell no.
Becky,
it's just
Kathy, get the hell out of here.
Okay, so let's make this make sense. So right now it's dark outside, right? This is supposed yeah. So it's supposed to be like what? 5 a.m. maybe? I think it's obviously before sunrise. Because what happens over the course of this last act, the climax of this movie, essentially, the whole third act is like on Samoa with the purpose of it taking place in an hour. I'm saying this scene right now going forward. Is it supposed to be an hour or like 8 hours over the course of a day? Because obviously they got there a day in advance and like we only got a certain amount of time to prep before Brixton and Etienne show up. And then we have a war, which they spent all night preparing to hack into the guns.
You know the Rock got a workout in up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Playing the Mana soundtrack.
And what did he just say? Usos!
Yeah, no, I know Jimmy and Jay was pissed off.
Jimmy, Jay, Rikishi, Jacob Fatu.
Could be in this. He don't run. But you gonna have him be one of the bombs, one of the traps. He gonna sit on one of the goddamn tanks.
Yeah, it was
gonna drop him down like an anvil, like the Looney Tunes cartoon.
I mean, all right. On one hand, even though I really hate like the shit on Samoa, I do respect The Rock doing something that like no movies really do, which is shine a spotlight on Samoa and Polynesian culture. So I respect it in that way. He's paying homage to his heritage,
He
and
does
also
very
putting
well.
no. I'm saying like having a movie that's where like the final act really like takes, even though they filmed in Hawaii, like it's so in Samoa. But like most movies, you wouldn't think to like have it take place in Samoa for no any other reason. But like because it's him, he does it. Even though the majority of the movies, he's really just supposed to play like an American to me, like Skyscraper and San Andreas. But he's got the tattoo, but it's like he's always got, I don't know, just like this. Hi, I'm American Joe.
I was part of G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Pretty much. So right now, this is what is supposed to kind of rewrite, or that's a wrong way to say it, but like when when Shaw's like, I've done some things in my past, things I'm not proud of. It's him saying like me killing Han and then teaming up with his family, kind of a dick move by me. I have to atone in some way. But as we learned in Fast 9, which we'll be talking about next week, it doesn't make any fucking sense what happens and what will happen going forward. Like, I'm already getting angry thinking about why would Han show up on Shaw's doorstep to fight a fight that, one, he would get killed because we saw Han get his ass kicked by Joe Taslim in Fast 6. So we know that Deckard Shaw is going to murder this man again, but for real this time. It's, all right, see here, he shows up. Oh, yeah, well, you know, clanging and banging. And yeah. He's got, you know, and right now,
Baby
just
oil.
like the New Zealand team did against the team USA, they start performing the haka, and Derrick Rose somewhere woke up like, what?
And no sold that shit.
Even Brixton's like, the fuck's going on here?
Brixton better than me. As soon as they start doing that shit, man, shoot the fuck out there, bro, so we go home.
Again.
You gonna go see the gods and the ancestors. I ain't got time for that shit.
Ain't nobody got time for this.
What language?
But see what I mean? I forget how they speak. What technically their language is called. I know. In the Philippines they speak Tagalog. But yeah, and he's like the guns don't work because they're all electronic, which is like have a backup plan.
If you do this in a street fight, somebody you can't beat no Samoan up. But if it's a regular person doing this, you're gonna get your ass beat.
This is why it's understandable that like Hobbs' side wins, because like I've always said, you can't beat Samoans.
Yeah, even though they got sticks and shit, it still don't work. If it would if it's like 9 of them versus like 100 of the armies, if it's just like a one-on-one, not a one-on-one fight, but if it's just bare hand fighting, no weapons involved at all,
and right there we got a mini version of Shaw, because once he realizes that the guy driving the car like fucking having fire shoot out the back like fucking Ghost Rider, it's like, oh, that must be Deckard, you cheeky bugger. Deckard Shaw. See, now the sun is rising. So how long have they been fighting, you think? A few hours?
As long as that runway in Fast 6.
Legit. That's what I'm about to say. It's like, what's more unbelievable? It like the length of this day, because again, it starts to turn to rain in like 10 minutes. Thunderstorms start happening and shit. Yeah, Roman Reigns just did the Samoan drop, which I mean, like, you're a wrestler in a movie, you got to do a wrestling move.
Hey man, listen, that suit that ain't gonna really help you against a Samoan. That's how I knew this is cat.
And then he hits like a modified spine buster, and he picks that fucking pretty much, or like the 180 slam, or like the 110th Street slam. What Booker T would do, yeah. And then Jason Statham, time to play the game. He's got the sledgehammer.
Triple H definitely said he copied my whole fucking flow.
100%.
He got that
Triple
big
H
ass
is like,
army jacket.
Triple H is like, I could be an actor. He fucking couldn't.
Blade Trinity.
Again. Well, no, he tried to be Thor.
That would have been horrible.
Well, yeah, because he's a shit actor.
Bruh, 21 minutes. It's been like 6 hours.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say.
Unless
like,
they start fighting at like 5:45.
No, but I'm saying, like, what time was it? No way the sun rises that fast. Yeah, I know it's Samoa and they're like on a different side of the planet. But still.
Maybe they put the little shit in her arm like 5:30, bruh.
No, she said that.
Like up.
No, she only had 30 minutes or whatever until it went viral, so they had to hook it up right away to extract, like, in something processed for them to extract. I don't think it was. Oh, God. And I'm not mad at Roman Reigns doing that. Ooh, I'm just like, it's really like. And again, this is what people like got hyped at, like, oh, Roman Reigns will go Hollywood, and then everyone who thinks Roman Reigns can go to Hollywood, watch this movie. He doesn't do shit. I know he's crying in the ring and selling a good story against Jey, so that's wrestling acting. It's a whole different game. Look at Sasha Banks in The Mandalorian. She's okay. She's not.
Look at Sasha Banks in the ring cutting a promo.
Different shit.
No, it's still bad.
No, okay. Come on there. Come on now.
No, come on now, my ass. She can wrestle her ass off. She fine in the motherfucker. I ain't feeling the promos. I'm the baddest one. Bitch. All right, man. All right, baby. I done heard the story before. I done heard it all before. Let me explain.
Okay, so Christian doing that, and that's how I roll.
Yeah, I heard it.
What?
I got the same chest size, so yeah.
Fuck you.
Chest
Fuck.
Why don't you eat a steak stick, man? Go to the gym, work out.
And now they
got the
driving
car.
No, they got Mater from Cars as their ride. Right, rear view mirrors. Rear view mirrors.
He sound like he from LA.
Larry the Cable Guys, the LA cable, the LA cable guy.
Yeah, I know you'll never get your cable turned on. The motherfuckers come at night.
You will never
between the hours of 9 and 3, sir. It is 6 o'clock.
So this strategy is they hook up themselves to the helicopter. It's not too bad. There's been worse green screen in movies that are supposed to have big.
Oh yeah, Fate of Furious. We saw it last week.
Nah, again, it wasn't that bad. No. On the New York rooftop, that was horrendous. On Antarctica, not too, or Russia, it wasn't too bad then. No, that's understandable. Him just throwing the pilot out like, do your fucking job.
I'll fight a bloody plane. Yo, that truck would have flipped over 20 times, bro.
I was just about to say this. It gets worse when the other trucks come in and all the hooks somehow get hooked on. Like, I don't think you can just hook on those type of hooks with no one actually putting their hand on it to do it. Seeing Roman Reigns again. That's all he says in this movie.
Yeah,
all he does is
grunt to get you paid.
And shouts to Cal. Cal got to talk to him. Cal got to talk to him because of this movie.
Roman Reigns?
Yep.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he ain't talked to The Rock by now.
Again, so all these hooks just hook on. That's more implausible than driving on the ice to me, or driving a car through a building. Is like, come on. Again, and they're all connected, and then another one shows up.
Yo, this is like some Transformers. No, this is like a Voltron. The Samoan
Pretty
Voltron.
Much. But it's all hit big. You know what this is? This is family.
Yo, if they were Power Rangers, y'all fuck. Samoan Power Rangers.
Ooh.
Ain't gonna be no front flips. Ain't gonna be no back flips. It's gonna be a lot of spears and a lot
Oh,
of
there'll be
like
some backflips. There'll be some
power
backflips.
slams.
But it'll be
Shit.
the
What's
aggressive
the
as
one
fuck
you ever see do a backflip?
No,
Jonathan Fatu, he don't do no backflip. He just splash on the motherfuckers. I know they definitely looking at Fast 7
right now. Hit the nos, blood, or hit the nos, blood, bro.
or saying it some more. Ooh ah, nice.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, now I know Vince seen this shit. Like, ain't he?
The Samoan Savage.
Yumanga.
That man said
Bruh.
He added a whole nother letter to the man's name.
I said, goddamn, the British.
Again, they hit the nos more times in this movie than they did like the previous two Fast and the Furious movies. They did it back to back to back to back.
No, by then Vin probably got out his booster seat. The goddamn.
Oh no, again, as soon as like the film was cut and like he was like, I want to see it. Like
right.
Joker and Batman in 1989. Like, let me see. Like, it's not a good idea. Let me see.
Taking the bandages off, laughing.
Yeah, Ben was laughing the whole time during this, but then he left and he walked out. He's like, he took me. He has brothers. I don't have a brother. We gotta write me a brother. That's what happened. You know for a fact that happened. And they're just having cars blow for explosions. This is like a Michael Bay film right now. Cars just and an 18-wheeler spins out of here.
Yo, that's you who direct. He should direct the next Hobbs and Shaw.
No, remember he directed 6 Underground, the Fast and Furious ripoff, and that shit was terrible with Ryan Reynolds.
He should direct Hobbs
All
and
right,
Shaw.
right here, this was Dwayne Johnson trying to like one up Chris Evans for Civil War when he was holding the helicopter and like that.
Thank you.
I mean, but Chris Evans did that shit 100 times better.
Yeah, because he had super serum. Like, yo, I don't know what type of workouts.
But Chris Evans is an actor who actually gets in shape. The Rock, come on.
No, he said he worked out twice a day. When he gave the whole breakdown about me showering, he said, not strange at all. He gave the whole regimen.
It's not. It made sense.
No, but he had to tell the dude. I'm surprised he responded to that dude. So he actually said,
what did I say? When you said it, I was like, I bet he has all these reasons, and what were my reasons were accurate, right?
Yeah, but no, he won fucking hygiene, bro, 3 times a day. Yeah, like
no, but I just mean like he said like I do it for recovery, 1, hygiene, and 2, like there's nothing wrong with freshening up throughout the day again, like shit.
No, he's absolutely, bro, but he's right though. Like, bro, you can't be a certain weight class. Well, no weight class, but you can't be big as that motherfucker and not take no 2-3 showers a day. Like, bro, that's a lot of sweat.
Well, don't forget he was how many movies was he just sweating while they were standing? Again, Rio de Janeiro. Again, it's Rio. It's hot, so it makes sense. But also, he's not sweating. They're spraying him with the spray bottle like they do to wrestlers.
They don't, bro.
He slapped the guy to get up like Michael Jordan did a Luke Longley. Like, do your fucking job.
The dude has CTE. Brixton.
Yes. No, the whole scene of that guy pointing the gun at her is like CTE records.
Well, he like, huh? I don't want to drive the helicopter anymore.
It doesn't have to end this way, boys. Again, the numbers don't add up.
Yo, this is like Jurassic Park.
The evolution of man. Evolution is a mystery.
This looks like a scene from Jurassic Park, and ironically, it's Universal.
But what did I say? It's now in the middle of a monsoon. I know they're on like a waterfall, but still.
Yo.
It was already showing thunder before that.
If I'm him, I'm extra pissed off. I'm like, yo, I know my brother's like, yo, what happened to him, Oos? Yo, can you come down here and help me? It's 10 of us against him.
No, they haven't talked to him in years, so they saw him drive off the cliff. They're like, "Oh shit, he's dead." Then we came back up. They're like, "How How the fuck did you survive that shit? He's like, oh, you guys have no idea. I fucking drove on the ice. Man, I crashed an ambulance onto a drone, and you know what? That's not even the dope.
Submarine.
Not even the dopest shit. The most unbelievable. I broke my own cast by flexing. Then they were like, "That's Cap. You Cap." Like,
yo, if his brothers and cousins or whatever was down there to help him, this shit would have lasted a minute.
The haymakers bricks, like no one, like.
Ain't enough super serum, ain't enough suits to beat no Samoans, bro.
And then some glass.
Give him the steel cheer.
At the back. Basically, they fight
good
him
for
like
that.
Yeah. Oh, it's wrestling booking. The whole movie is wrestling booking.
No, he good. He treated him like he Mick Foley. That's why he went full out.
Yeah, and they treat this final fight scene like, this fight scene like a final boss fight scene in a movie. Like you have to attack the weak spots when they're available. So they do the whole like you take a punch and then land a punch when the spot opens. Like he throws a wicked elbow. Like he's in the fucking Tokyo Dome against Katsuri Shibata. And then Dwayne Johnson does a smart thing. Headbutt that motherfucker. Again, like the Samoan head. It's gonna be a robotic. It's gonna be the cyborg head 10 times out of 10. Again, this guy
that dude
has got CTE.
He don't know where he at
for days. He's
I think I was supposed to hold this gun on this woman. I don't know why, but okay.
Then, they use slow motion pretty well. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Like earlier when they were doing the hockey, you know damn well he was like, "This is Samoa," instead of "This is Sparta." That's what Dwayne Johnson wanted to do. Then he grabs like this fucking makeshift hammer. Yeah, I'm gonna beat the computer out your ass. I just kicked the SIM card out of your ass.
What Batista said, I'm going to go into the devil's lair and kick his
I'm going into the devil's playground and I'm going to kick the devil's ass. Durner.
Yo, this dude is fucked, bro.
Yeah. Oh, he was like,
I feel bad for the pilot. He got CT.
The pilot's been dead. The pilot's been dead. This is the other guy. Oh, she's got to be at the bully choke. She's legit like, go to sleep.
What the fuck is going on? He ain't got a headache no more.
He does a spinning back kick and then suplex city, bitch.
Brock Lesnar was
bang. Oh yeah, because Brock Lesnar's like, I can beat your ass.
My bloody back. My neck and my back. My bloody neck and my back.
My mainframe.
Oh, the circuits.
Yeah.
Crawling against the wall.
Set me up as a traitor. Turn my own sister against me. Force me to kill my own brother. You. So he's your brother. What happened to your other brother?
Right, that's a lie.
Yeah, where he at?
Motherfucker, you know what happened to me? They put computer chips in me and steroids and a suit, and they took me from Nigeria.
In a fucking trash can.
I'm not even from this fucking UK. They took us from the motherland. What else?
Whoa.
That's what he would say, and me without a British accent, but that's besides the point. I was making EDM music.
We have heart. We was making EDM. No machine will ever beat that. See, it's like an anti-machine movie. You are gonna get one Samoan ass whooping.
I'm good. I would have ran, bro. I'm straight.
Like, oh shit, they got a whole army of them. Shut Brixton down. So this is all right. I think he's gonna remain alive. I think Cypher, Charlize Theron's probably gonna put him back together.
A cyber nigga. All right, but
What? I know how to shoot.
bro, he went. Ain't no way, boy. What's that mean going on? Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. He just went into the.
I'm telling you,
He
he's
went
gonna
into
survive.
Davy Jones' locker just now. How?
Davy Jones' locker. And right now, again, he's talking. This is them talking to Vin Diesel right now. You three
I was just about
performed
to say
your
that's Vin Diesel, bro.
Yeah, no. This is them talking about it like you just outperformed your analytics, like. And then again, a good like Hobbs, very much like, tell me, do you believe you will? So they're talking to the anonymous Raw GM. That's who the villain of this movie is. And that, we're wrapping up. And unfortunately, we have 3 terrible post-credit scenes coming up. But again,
Please
we
don't
the
get
horrible
close to me, shorty. You had a syringe in your arm.
Too close! You're too close, man!
What's mine? Do this movie or not do this movie?
That's what he says. That's how I run. I run.
Just the way that
Too
Don
close,
spit.
man. Too close.
Look at all these executive producers.
And who's one of them? Hiram Garcia, that punk bitch. But also, Kelly McCormick, that's David Leitch's wife. That's his producing partner. Of course, Danny Garcia, Dwayne Johnson's ex-wife, is his producing partner. But yeah, they kicked out Neil Moritz. Again, the big thing is that when it showed co-written by Drew Pearce at the end, I was like, oh shit, no wonder this movie's bad. They brought someone else on. And even though I do like Rogue Nation, and there are only a few good things about Iron Man 3, but Drew Pearce also, he made that movie Hotel Artemis. I haven't seen that.
Me neither.
Granted, that's okay. But enough with Batista in it.
Joe, Roman Reigns,
Hawaii. So now Hobbs and Shaw, Shaw and his sister are reunited to break them out of prison, which makes sense because she shows up in Fast 9 and obviously isn't in prison. And that's when Vin Diesel is like, I need your help, Mags. And of course, now
that can't be your only grandchild.
No.
Like Roman Reigns alone got 5 kids, all right?
Chris Morgan's production. Yeah, see, I forgot. This is because Chris Morgan broke off on his own. Post
$7.
David Leitch film. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. This is just like Star Wars. This is just like Solo, a Star Wars story, or Rogue One, a Star Wars story. This was them trying to get in that bag. So right now, Ryan Reynolds' lock is just killing everyone and is saying like something deadlier than the snowflake, the virus that was in this movie, aka COVID.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So is this explaining how COVID happened?
Yeah, exactly. Ryan Reynolds started COVID.
You would wish for that to be true.
They're the feds. I know.
So you could get canceled and you could be like, it's about damn time.
No, you start something like that, they ain't gonna cancel you, bro. They're gonna cancel you from life. Get you. Especially the Southern. I'm so goddamn tired of the mask and the shots and shit. I am tired.
But obviously, again, this was filmed after production wrapped because they referenced Game of Thrones and the ending of that. And Ryan Reynolds doesn't have his beard. So it's not like they got Ryan Reynolds on for one day to do these 2 scenes. They got him on for a different day for each scene. And again, Hobbs has to show up with apparently his favorite jacket, as they alluded to earlier, this fucking denim jacket with the collar popped up.
Yo, they don't make denim jackets that big.
No, that's the one that Triple H had, where he put the leather I mean, the denim jacket over the leather vest. Remember? So he had to buy a denim jacket that fit the Big Show to cut the sleeves off that bitch, and then put it over the leather jacket. But when you hear this music, it's just like, what did I just watch? Like,
right, that don't correlate with nothing.
Nothing correlates in this movie. This movie is, God, it's a headache. And I'm still
octane action movie, and they putting goddamn Jesse McCartney in it.
okay. Don't do that he had at least had I'm Leaving.
No, I love Jesse McCartney. I love the She's No You remix.
Oh, of course you would. Of course you would. God, you are a white man with your John Mayer.
It's all y'all fault.
Your body's a wonderland.
I hate that fucking song. I hate that in Gravity.
Wonderland.
I hate that fucking song. Don't ever tell a woman her body is a wonderland. She was slept with you.
He was talking about Jared Love Hewitt. So
that's an old Wonderland. Otis Ride.
Don't be mad because I told Space Mountain. Hey, Space Mountain, Oldest ride, longest line. He gets so. If that didn't kill him, he ain't gonna die.
Right, because he went 0 to 100
real quick. He is so red in the face. He is overacting like Vin Diesel in Fate of the Furious. Just like
he had no idea.
Remember when Shawn Michaels was like, "I'm going to take Old Yeller out back and put him down and Clear. Old Yeller, huh?
Yeller,
Old Yeller, Old Yeller."
He was pissed.
I'll show you, Old Yeller.
Look at the fucking flag in the background.
Oh, I mean, America, fuck yeah! With the Clash T-shirt, like how he had his fucking Motley Crue T-shirt on earlier in the day.
What'd you say last week? The Motley Crue and the bands like that for like casual clothes. These people.
Oh yeah, the rich people who try to look cool wear old band tees
from Walmart.
Legit from Target, yeah. And then there are, come out, Hugh Janus. Get on the ground, Hugh Janus. Such as like, oh my God.
They're going to shoot the brother in the back instead.
Oh my.
What's going on, mate? Get down on the fucking ground.
Again, another song plays. What is this?
The Rock was the music supervisor.
Who are you?
Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. I know he was the music supervisor. This shit don't correlate with nothing. Like, bro, they should have had
your
me
common sense.
They should have had me be the music supervisor. I would have had Nudie in here doing some songs. I would have had the City Girls.
But that's Hobbs and Shaw. I'll say it. I said it before. I'll say it again. This is better, way better than Fast 9. Because at least the action in this is great. There's no action scene, not a one that competes with the 3 to 4 great action scenes in this movie. That in Fast 9, but they're all lackluster. They're all like underwhelming. Like the John Cena Vin Diesel fight is a burial, and it only lasts like 2 minutes. It's a squash. And then he's fucking paragliding. I mean, he's ziplining from building to building and then driving at like 2 miles per hour until the fucking magnet takes him out. Because they were like, we're going to film in Scotland. Like, did you see the roads in Scotland? How the fuck are you supposed to drive on them shits? Son, huh? How about that, bruv?
The best thing about that shit is the line everybody keeps talking about. You don't know shit about that.
You don't know the line I said to you right away when I knew that John Cena was told to overact was right then and there. First thing I said, like when John Cena, Vin Diesel got on set that day, he's like, John, you and I, we gotta deliver the lines, like how they're written, but you gotta put some emotion in it. And Justin's like, all right, oh man, you don't know shit about that. He's like, no, let me show you something. You ever seen Fate of the Furious? John Cena's like,
No.
I don't know. And Vin Diesel's like, here's my personal copy right here. You know, here, let me just pull up on my phone. Right here. See how I'm going 0 to 100 real quick, real fucking quick? That's what you need to do. So when you, instead of saying like, you know shit about that, you gotta, you don't know shit about that.
What's the game? What's the line last week?
I don't know my own father, John, even though he raised me until I was 38, because that guy is like, come on.
It's taller than me.
Is taller than him, looks nothing like him. He has the same appearance, but in the face looks nothing like Vin Diesel. And then Finn Cole, who plays young Jacob Toretto, no way. All the steroids in the world couldn't turn that guy into John Cena.
No. Like the evil.
That's what I mean. That's so is like unbelievable. That movie might as well take place on the same Earth as fucking Hobbs and Shaw.
What if it's on Earth 3?
It could be Earth not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5.
Okay, now you just talking like the Spider-Verse at this point.
It's you know what? The whole thing is going to be a simulation at the end.
I told you, bruh. They keep calling me a madman. I keep trying to tell y'all they're going to go back in time, and then it's going to be like all this was just fake. Like all this was just made up. You're going to see Brian with a tuna fish sandwich, and it was like, damn, all that shit never really happened. It was just imagination.
So, Miss, if you had any problems, if you disagreed with me saying that this is better than Fast 9, here's my case again. I'm not saying it's drastically better. It's like it's a rock fight between these last two, Hobbs and Shaw and Fast 9. Fate of the Furious, Vin Diesel's overacting and the action is good. But again, it's still something that would be in that. So the bottom four already to me is Hobbs and Shaw, Fate of the Furious, Fast 9, and Fast and Furious. I'd say that's the bottom four of the 10 movies.
I'll tag her when we put the episode out.
No. Because they need to know, Banks. They need not just everyone.
Mm-hmm. I don't know everybody. I just know one person said this movie was bad, and I'm like, all right, cool. Speak your speech.
No, Kyle said. No, Kyle said this. Kyle said this movie was terrible.
Should we tag Kyle as well?
Well, he's already gonna have to be on the post show episode. I'm gonna have to try to invite him to the post show episode so he can be because he was laughing at me, and then he was like, "Did you really hate Fast 9?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Damn."
Everybody was laughing at that shit, bro. Like I told you, I woke up in my slumber of Hennessy, and then all I saw was text messages from you. Yeah, Hennessy enemies woke me up because I saw your text message, and then I went on my timeline on Twitter, and I saw that post, and I still laugh at it to this day. The John Cena when he had the job out the Undertaker in the voice note. I said, bro, I was in hysterics. I said that shit. That's one of the funniest things that happened this year.
See, that's what when I left the theater after seeing this, I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel like how I did after BVS and Fast 9, or like I legit was like tears could have happened. I just left this. I left this movie and like, see, I was right to think what I think about Dwayne Johnson. He's a phony. He's a fraud, and he is a trickster. And he's finessing all of y'all. And you'll try to say, "Oh, I see it now. The Rock does this and all that." No. Because every time he gets something back in WWE, the only place he truly shines, you eat that shit up. No.
Mm-hmm.
No. And you just want to get on the bandwagon now. Like, oh, he plays the same guy in every movie. I've been saying that shit for fucking years. What was he wearing at the end of that movie, Banks? Tan cargo pants. And now I'm going to talk like Psycho Sid because I am upset and I am angry because Dwayne Johnson is an asshole.
All right.
Shut up!
Psycho Sid
I had to do
impression.
that. I had to do this. I had to do the shut up in the Sid voice.
If you had half the brain,
You had half the brain that I had. Can we do that again? No, we're lost, Sid. Shit. You know, that's what he was thinking. Shit.
He does have that horrible Arkansas accent.
I am the man that rules the world. And now another credit scene. And why we were still going? Because Ryan Reynolds is on set and he's like, I can do a few more takes.
Right. No, you can go home. No, I could do more. No, please go home.
No, Ryan, we got it. You sure? Because I got some more quips I've been writing all day. You know, because I can only make a movie every 2 years. Because if I make one every year, the box office receipts will show that I am also, even though everyone knows that he's a box office albatross. He's the anti-Will Smith. For the longest time, Will Smith was able to make a shit ton of money. For the longest time, Ryan Reynolds would constantly lose money in movies.
Right.
I forget the stabbing guy. That was pretty funny considering he did have the clever line earlier, like either they had to be made entirely out of bones. I mean, entirely made with no bones, or it had to be a very sharp brick. But yeah, that's Hobbs and Shaw. And everyone who's wondering, oh, Davis, why you for years? People have only known me for the last year because last year, again, a year ago today, the episode I did with BRP was released. The first ever episode I did. That's how people started to know me over the course of the last year. And I've always wondered, like, Davis, why do you hate Dwayne Johnson? Like, why do you hate The Rock? I'm like, I don't hate The Rock. Never hated The Rock. Hate Dwayne Johnson. It's because of shit like this. The ego. You can take that $7, shine that sumbitch up sideways, and stick it straight up your steroid ass. I'm out. Banks versus Davis. Fast summer finale next week. Like, subscribe, share, do all that shit. At the BVD Pod on Twitter. Banks versus Davis on YouTube. The visuals are shit, but you know what? We're trying.
No, the visual is gonna be up if y'all just want to listen to it on YouTube. But far as like face to face, or not face to face, but if you want it on camera, it's coming soon. I got a camera en route. Payday is Monday, so we good. But otherwise, than that, like he said, Banks versus Davis. Subscribe, like, follow, share, all that good shit on Spotify, etc. Spotify, Apple.
I was talking at the end like Charlie Murphy with the Chris, like, make sure your people with you. All right?
Right.
So they can see it.
Yeah, like he said, all that. Go ahead.
Oh, no, so you can follow me on Twitter at Davis, aka Drip. Instagram, Davis Golden DC. I was going to say, like, I know you don't want to plug where you at because you want to be anonymous and, hide from the world. Not hide the world from you. You hide from the world.
Exactly, because I don't have any kids to hide because I don't believe in kids. But listen.
Neither does Michael Jordan.
At all. I would be Michael Jordan, if anything. But yeah, like my guy said, like, subscribe. We on YouTube. If you want to listen to the pod on YouTube, that'll be up. We about to get back to the visuals because the upgrades are coming, motherfucker. Otherwise,
yeah, you're gonna go to Etienne to get some upgrades.
I need that because how my body feel right now, I don't feel like going nowhere.
Kevin, I need it.
Who the fuck is this trying to tell Sasha Banks to come to a LA club? All right, bet. Anyway, yeah. Please tell everybody to tell a friend, and we out. Follow us at the BVD Pod. Don't follow me on my socials because I ain't talking about shit.
That thinks no rest too.
All right, peace.
I'm coming home.